this. 5 seconds.
That's right.
You have 10 seconds to comply.
All right.
8 o'clock.
Please silence your cell phones.
I like the old school theater where you take the roller coaster ride and they have the worst looking CGI popcorn ever.
Yeah.
That old school.
Was that
one.
Cinemark or was that Regal?
No.
I think that was Regal.
It was Regal, yeah.
Please silence your cell phones.
Please silence your cell phones.
Refreshments are available in the lobby.
I think the original one I was talking about was so old, they said, please silence your pagers.
Yeah.
Not your cell phones.
Hey, John's on early first.
Oh,
that must mean we're live. We're live.
We're live.
What's up, everyone? Welcome to Talking Heads. God, I almost forgot the name of the show. Welcome to Talking Heads, episode 36. I'm Jeff.
I'm Steve.
You're a little slow there.
I know.
I even led up to it.
I was thinking of like a Talking Heads, like a or something like that. But
oh man,
I decided against it last minute.
Man, it has been a week.
Yeah.
If you guys didn't get a chance to join us last Wednesday, no one joined us last Wednesday.
No. Well, we tried.
We tried, and
I was there for the monumental failure of the stream.
Yep. Oh, that was brutal. That was a brutal week, all in all. It wasn't a good weekend. It wasn't a good Wednesday.
Yeah. The Friday one you guys.
The Friday was
that was good.
The Friday was a good show.
I got to catch that.
I really enjoyed the Friday show.
Yeah.
So that one was a lot of fun. It was a much looser show than normal.
Yeah.
I'll say.
Yeah. Went a little longer too than you guys.
No, it was an hour show.
Oh, it was an hour show?
Okay.
Yeah.
It was actually shorter than a normal show. So.
First thirst.
I need a beer.
Yes, we do.
Man, I need a beer.
Are we gonna start with the big one first?
I think we'll start with the big one
first.
Okay. Because we'll do this, then we'll do the cocktail to compare it to.
Yes. Okay.
And then I think we'll finish off with the nice solid IPA there.
You want me to introduce this one?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you do the honors.
Yeah. This one. This is actually an older beer. This came out
2016.
Yes, I think 2016. Yeah. It was very expensive, but I actually found it on sale, so I picked it up. This is a collaboration between Widmer and Cigar City, kind of an East Coast, West Coast meeting thing here. And what this is inspired by an old fashioned.
Right.
So this has got
my personal favorite cocktail.
That's my personal favorite cocktail too. Yeah. So this is 90% ale brewed with cherries, lemons, oranges, and aged in rye.
Nice.
And then the rest is just 10% straight up ale. So it's supposed to be. I don't think it's supposed to taste exactly like an old fashioned, but it's kind of inspired by it.
It has the same similar notes.
Yes. So, yeah. So it's supposed to be reminiscent of.
I'm down with that.
Yeah, me too. So let's open this thing up. Go for it.
There we go. It kind of smells like an old fashioned.
Does it really?
That's cool.
Well, I picked up two bottles, so if I like it, then I'm going to get it. If I don't like it, then, well, maybe I'll give it away as a gift. I don't know.
It's like some barrel conditioning, or bottle conditioning going on there.
It's called Gentleman's Club.
Yeah. Yeah, there's little chunks of something in there.
Yeah, it's bottle conditioned, definitely.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Chunks of something coming out there.
Well, I've had old fashions that had chunks of something in it too, so I guess it's okay.
Yeah, I was pouring it and going bloop bloop, and now it updates.
Oh, great. Okay, well, whatever.
My Firefox closed too.
Oh,
all my tabs are dead. Oh no!
How did that happen?
I don't know.
We can open them one at a time, I guess.
Yeah, just kind of a pain in the butt. So I got to open the dock back up. Yeah. It's gonna block my chat window. Yeah. I had all this done before the show.
Yeah, I witnessed it. He did.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened here.
So we've got no chat for a minute while I'm getting things started back up here. Yeah. But welcome to the show, everyone. Digging the shirt, Jeff. Thank you, Skull. I'm a fan of this shirt myself. I found this online and went, you know what? That speaks to two of my great loves.
Star Trek and Zelda.
Star Trek and Zelda. Let's at least open up the beer news and then we'll...
Yeah, let's get started with that.
There we go. Minimize that again.
That's I can see how it kind of is inspired by an old fashioned. It definitely has that rye. I taste the rye a little bit.
I taste the rye.
It is a little sweet, slightly orangey, bitter at the end, but that's like probably from the hops and stuff like that. But not. I mean, it's not horrible, but it's not. It doesn't smack you in the face as this is an old fashioned.
Right.
This kind of just tastes like an ale with
an ale with a bitter finish on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Slight orange flavor to it. Mm-hmm. Not super impressed with it, but
yeah.
It's not bad. I mean, maybe my expectations were higher because it said old fashioned on it.
Right. Control-Shift-T doesn't work. Not when you close Firefox entirely. If I closed a tab, Control-Shift-T, I believe, will reopen a tab. Yeah. But if you close it, I had close to 25 tabs open with all of our show notes on it for all the things that we needed to display for everyone. And now they're closed. And now our chat window down here is up.
The Windows decided to update right when we started the show.
It asked me if I wanted to do an update. I said
no.
Maybe another time.
Yeah.
And now it's updating.
Now it's updating.
Like 15 minutes later. Yeah. So thank you, Microsoft.
Yeah.
Jerks.
They do a good job.
Yep. No, they don't.
That was sarcastic.
Straight up. All right.
It's John. It's a Widmer Cigar City collaboration.
Yep. Cigar City and Widmer Gentlemen's Club.
Which I've been to both. I've been to Cigar City Brewery, yeah.
Nice.
Twice, actually.
Nice.
Yeah.
What is this? John, we drank a beer a couple of weeks ago. I think 3 weeks ago. This is reminiscent of that one, and I'm forgetting which one it was. It was one that we finished with. Gosh, what was the name of that?
Was it another beer that's old-fashioned inspired?
It wasn't oldfashioned inspired.
No, but it kind of tasted. It reminded you of it.
Almost like a rhubarb taste. And this, the mouthfeel and some of the notes that are in this remind me of that beer. And I'm drawing a blank on what that one was. Yeah.
I mean,
let's get into some beer news.
There we go.
All right. So BrewDog is seeking $10 million. Is seeking $10 million. Oh, come on.
All kinds of stuff
happened. Heck. This was all ready to go. Let's see. Where's my Firefox window?
Did it go away?
Firefox just crashed again.
Oh.
What in the world is going on with my Firefox tonight?
Like I said, you might have to just pull them up one at a time, or use Chrome.
Yeah, I'm ready to switch to Chrome here. There we go. Let's pull it over there. Do that. And bear with me. 1 second. BrewDog. Nope. Maybe. No.
No.
Maybe.
No. I would think it would be.
What the heck?
No. Try it again.
No. Are we not going to have any display tonight? What the crap?
Well, it did. It showed Firefox when you put it you loaded it back up again.
I've got a mouse there.
Right.
Over the window.
Right.
But it's not showing the window. What the crap? Let me try.
Maybe Windows needs to update.
Screen cap. There we go,
now we're gone.
Now we're gone.
Hopefully you can still hear us.
Can I just have one show without any time to go to the superior browser, Internet Exploder?
This is why we drink.
Microsoft and Chrome and Firefox. Yeah. Tonight you are driving me to drinking.
Yeah.
Yeah. I had this all tested before the show. All of it was working. I swear.
Well, try Firefox because that was working. But it crashed.
And now it's not working at all.
No,
wait. No, there's that. There's that. Yeah, no, not working at all. What in the heck?
Well, maybe we can pantomime what we're seeing on the screen.
I'm going to give it one more shot. I'm going to say... Oops. Oh, and I almost just lost power. I hope we're still streaming. Really hope we're still streaming. Good Lord.
I think so. Wait, nope. I don't think we are. It stopped up there.
No, it's going.
That's still
going,
okay.
yeah.
Okay. It paused for a second.
Hey, okay.
There we go. Oh.
Firefox back. Yeah, Control T. Doesn't work still. Oh, it's been a great show so far.
You got the debug. Oh, there you debug.
Yeah.
Okay.
Copy.
Paste. Can we see
hey,
that?
Look, we got BrewDog.
We got it. Now we can talk about something.
That's right. BrewDog is seeking $10 million in funding.
Yes, right? That's
yeah,
right.
oh, I've just got source up.
Yeah. Why did the source come up? Okay, there we go. Okay.
BrewDog is seeking $10 million in crowdsource funding.
That's right. So
Steve, go.
Yes, okay, so BrewDog, they're really famous about making the highest ABV beer ever. Mm-hmm. They're the ones that have the, I think it's called the End of Worlds or something.
23%?
No, End of Worlds is like 50%.
Oh, that's right.
It's really high. It's really high. It's the one that they put in the taxidermied squirrel, where they have the dead squirrel with the bottle. Right.
Yeah.
So they're the guys that make that.
Yeah.
I think they're...
okay, now I'm on the same page.
They're based in the UK, and they're all over there. And I think early last year, they did a crowdfunding to get into the US for $50 million. And now they're seeking another $10 million to expand further. I think the article says where. It's all mostly East Coast. But the big news that the article does say, because I still can't get BrewDog out here. I have not had any of theirs. I can't find any of this stuff. But it does say in the article that the ultimate goal is to become a nationwide distributor in the U.S. So there's a good chance we'll get BrewDog. And there it goes again.
I think I know what's happening.
What's that?
I think my hotkey, which I remapped to Q, is quitting out of Firefox.
Oh.
Okay. Freaking heck. So last week I was having issues with XSplit. And it...
Control-Shift-Z.
Yeah.
Let's make it Z.
Make it Z.
Everybody likes Z. Zed's dead, man.
Zed's dead, mate. Zed's dead.
G's going to be at the bottom.
Yeah.
It seems to be alphabetical. There you go.
I'll see if anything else...
Let's see if that does it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I need to reopen it now.
You reopen it now, yeah.
There we go.
Okay, now do it.
Paste. There we go. We're back to BrewDog.
Now do a flippy flip.
Z. Yay!
There we go. And it stayed up. There we go.
That's what was happening.
You had conflicting shortcut keys.
Good Lord.
I've had that happen.
It wasn't Alt F4. That wasn't my shortcut.
Control Delete is my shortcut key.
How do I display the map? Control Q. Jeff has been kicked.
Yeah.
Or Jeff has left the map. Anyway, keep going.
Oh, that was it. I had to say about that. No,
okay.
I think there was a list. If you scroll down, it says which states they're hoping to expand into.
That's right. That's right, because they were trying to get into New England, basically Virginia through Maine or something like that.
Right.
And then they were seeking to build a permanent brewery here.
Yes.
And then distribute nationwide.
Yes, and distribute nationwide. So that's their end goal. Yeah, that's where it is. Right now, they're
in Ohio Valley.
Yeah.
Indiana, Illinois, Kentucky, Tennessee, New York, New Jersey, Pennsylvania.
Yes.
And it plans to begin shipping beer to Michigan and West Virginia within the next month. And they're also hoping to expand to Minnesota, Wisconsin, Connecticut, and eventually nationwide.
Yes. In the next couple of years.
Right. Which I am fully behind their efforts to do that.
Yes. I mean, someday if I'm super rich, we can go get one of those taxidermied 50% beers and try those.
You know what? We need a little crowdfunding to get us one of those.
Oh, we do.
I think we could make that happen. Oh.
Okay. Now we're gonna do.
So let's see. Jeff needs new electrical room to support all that LCARS action.
Yeah.
Might need to divert warp plasma.
Needs more dilithium crystals.
Yeah.
Some Folgers crystals thrown in there.
And Reverend just saw my amazing shirt. I figured this shirt would be a hit on this show. I have another one that I bought that unfortunately came in and it's the wrong size, so it doesn't fit me. So I think I'm going to end up giving it to John, and I think John...
Is that what it's going to be this summer? Because it's hot. It's going to be the T-shirt wars.
T-shirt wars,
yeah.
We may do some T-shirt wars.
Do some T-shirt wars. Whichever host has the best T-shirt that comes on with the best T-shirt.
There you go.
I like that idea.
Yeah.
I mean, I got a classic on.
Yeah. Okay, so my second camera works, and we can switch.
There we go. There we go. That's.
Oh.
Oh, what'd you do?
What the heck? Okay, I think my second button conflicts with that too. So let's go to hotkeys. I had it to the number keys, and for some reason in this update, it took away my ability to select number keys. I don't have the number row anymore. And I'm using my fancy wireless mechanical, and it doesn't have the ability to do the function keys, the F1 through F12, without also holding function.
Oh, you don't have a tilde on that either, I don't think.
So I'm going to go... I'm just going to go F1.
There we go.
I'm going to go...
Wait, is Control-Shift F1, isn't that for... Oh, no, that's a shortcut key for something else. I think that's Origin is for the overlay.
Yeah. There we go. Let's try that.
What's the shortcut key for the overlay of Discord? What was that?
F2, F1, F3. Hey, we're in.
There we go.
All right.
That's the wrong news item.
There we go.
We're back. Okay.
Oh, nice to know the show's going off without a hitch.
Huh?
I hope you all are enjoying it
Flawless.
thus far.
This is flawless. This was all planned.
I had all this working beforehand.
Yeah.
I did. I tested it. I tested my audio. I tested my screen switching.
Oh, and you missed it. Jeff broke one of his lights before the show.
Oh, yeah. I knocked over one of my studio lights.
Yeah.
I broke the diffuser and one of the standoff pegs for it. It looks like the other one's a little bit...
It's a little off, but it's okay. It still works.
Still works. You all can't see it, but it's going to bug the living hell out of me. All right. Mapping beer prices from around the world.
Yeah, this was very interesting. Mm-hmm. Actually made me feel a little better about the price we spend here for beer.
Right. It's actually not terrible.
It's quite reasonable. Yeah. Actually.
Especially when we get into the mid-tier crafts.
Yeah.
Because I've heard from people around the country going, oh man, it's something like $12 a pint here for a decent craft. We go pay $6-7.
Yeah.
For that same beer.
I was actually surprised because I used to be in a bowling league, but at the bowling alley where she had her bowling league at, I'd go there and visit every once in a while, and they have, well, it's not like the best IPA, but it's the Ninkasi. They got the Ninkasi. I think it's the Triceratops, but it's one of the other ones. $4 a pint.
Really?
Yeah. That's like really cheap.
Yeah. Yeah, I had a Triceratops. Anyway, Skull, stop pointing out the boom mic on the screen. I know it's there. Good Lord. I can never please my patrons.
Should I move this up a little bit?
No, it's fine.
All right.
I want Skull to stare at it.
Yeah.
For the rest of the show.
Yeah. I'm going to put a little smiley face on
That's
there.
right. Ooh, we need beer to match the t-shirts. That could be interesting.
Well, we did have the Zelda beer.
We did have the Zelda beer.
Ago.
That's right.
I don't know. That'd be kind of hard to do. I mean,
I kind of want to show them the new shirt that I bought, but I don't want to spoil anything.
Right.
So I'm just gonna,
if you can explain how the shirt connects to the beer and the audience buys it, I guess that's fair enough.
I guess you can connect it.
Yeah, you can connect it somehow.
Yeah. You got a crowbar on you?
No. No, this one doesn't have a crowbar on it.
So anyway, link to this site is in the video description. If you're curious what people are paying for your quality beer, other places in the country, around the world, are you getting a good deal in your local area?
Yeah, if you go, what was it? I went and looked because they actually had it listed by city, and I think what was the most expensive? It was like, there it is right there, Dubai.
Yeah.
$12 for a pint of beer in Dubai. That is ridiculous. Oslo, Norway, 1030 is ridiculous too.
Yes, Oslo, shame on you. Hong Kong,
yeah.
And then New York, San Francisco, Paris, Stockholm, London.
I'm
not surprised by any of those.
Yeah, I distinctly remember going to New York City and seeing how expensive a pint of beer there was. And this is another thing that they try to do, because my wife went there a couple of years ago, and she's from Oregon and she knows craft beer and stuff like that. And she went and ordered an IPA from this place, and they gave her like just a lager, hoping that she wouldn't know what it is, because those are more expensive. They still charge her like $7 for it, but she took a sip. She's like, "No, this isn't an IPA." Yeah, and they're like, "Oh, we're sorry." Yeah, they're counting on your not knowing what these beer styles are, because they try to rip you off.
Yeah, totally.
And it could have been an honest mistake, but it's New York.
Probably not.
Yeah.
Someone says we should buy Jeff a shirt with his face on it. I've always wanted to do the Walter White style shirt, the Heisenberg style shirt.
Yeah, the Heisenberg style shirt.
But do it with the thinner glasses like I've got, and just a couple subtle changes, but just do the silhouette.
Yeah,
I think that'd be funny. Or maybe invert it, so instead of just like the outline. I've got the glasses are like cut out.
The negative, yeah, the negative part, yeah,
exactly. I've thought about doing something like that.
Yeah.
I think it'd be funny.
That would be good.
Let's see what else we got.
The next one. This one I found. Did you read this one? I kind of threw this in last minute.
I did not get a chance to read this.
This one was super.
It's self-explanatory though.
Yeah, it is. And the title, the headline pretty much says it all. This brewer will print the World Cup tweets onto beer foam to keep fans off their phones.
Yep.
So it's basically, at first I thought this was a joke, but apparently it's real.
Apparently it's going to happen.
I think they already have it in place. It's only in the Netherlands or something like that, or Norway. I don't remember what it was. But they literally have a machine that takes the foam and goes and it prints a tweet.
Yeah.
On there, so you can read the tweet and then drink your beer.
Yeah, no, this is a commercial machine that you can buy that'll etch or will print words or graphics or whatever you want. Mm-hmm. They use it a lot for coffee foam to print in the top of your lattes and espressos and things like that.
Yeah.
Excuse me. So yeah, this is just a product that they're repurposing to
do it on beer.
Yeah, yeah. But they're taking live tweets and they're putting it up.
They're putting on that. They're putting on that so like people will drink more and stay off their phones.
Exactly.
Which I thought was pretty funny.
Yep. Oh, let's see. Do we need to get Craft Computing an Elgato Stream Deck for all the hotkeys? I've actually been working on building one myself.
Yeah.
I've got a button set, and I'm actually wiring one myself, so I can have a permanent Stream Deck.
Yeah. So
it's something I've been piecing together for a while. I just haven't sat down and done it.
You know what you should wire it to, like a Simon Says.
Yeah.
It's just beep.
That's not a terrible idea. Red is camera one.
Oh no! What you should do? You should get like build one yourself and make it look like the old Star Trek original series. Like the big gaudy jewel looking things.
I need to embed Captain Kirk's command chair buttons into my table.
Yeah.
So it's like the crystal buttons.
Yeah. The whole crystal looking buttons.
Oh yeah. We may have to. Make
I don't know why they thought the future was going to be all bedazzled.
Yeah.
That was
it was the 60s. It was
I know. It's like everything's going to be bedazzled.
Yeah.
Even buttons.
Yeah.
Everything's bedazzled.
On the gold shirts.
Yeah. Everything's going to be sparkly.
Well, I mean, you have the yellow command shirt, the goldish yellow command shirts with the gold inlays on them, and
all the buttons were like these giant jewel-looking things.
Yeah. I like all my patrons. If you need help, I know an electronics engineer. I've had so many electronics engineers reach out to me, mainly from my Discord, and go, you were totally wrong about that. The battery is actually this, and the
yeah.
I know. Yeah. I can only work with what I have.
Right. Exactly.
Never again will I claim to know something about power phase delivery on a motherboard. Never again.
Well, there's always somebody who knows more than you. That's just the rule of the world.
Yep. Radioactive Raccoon, first time actually being here live. Thanks for joining us.
Yes, Radioactive Raccoon.
I'll call you out. I've seen you in chat or in comments a couple of times, but first time in chat. Welcome. Dubai isn't dry, but it's not really wet, according to Raoul. I could buy that.
I take it he's been there.
I'm assuming. All right, on to some tech news, since we're 25 minutes in and having technical difficulties.
Right.
So I'm going to post the computerbase.de site because they were the first to break this.
Yes.
And then we'll go on to the English site that we can all actually read.
Yeah, instead of going through Google Translate, which never really works well.
Right. But I'll post them because they were the first ones on the scene with it. I forgot to add the other tab, of course. So Intel is rumored to be introducing their 8-core consumer-grade CPU, so their Coffee Lake 8-core, in September this year. And then 22-core for LGA 2066, so their X299 platform. Raul says he lived there for 2 years. So, cool deal. So anyway, by September, we should be talking about 8-core Coffee Lake. Now, where do you stand currently on the Ryzen versus Intel?
Well, I'll tell you this.
What's your perception and what's...
My perception is if I was going to upgrade within the next year, I'd probably go Ryzen. Intel is just not exciting me right now.
Mm-hmm.
And you're right. They used to be
Yeah.
top of their game, but now they're kind of not really doing much anything. They're resting on their laurels, treading water.
So I got into a really good conversation with Tom from Modders Inc.
Mm-hmm.
And
actual Tom.
Tom from Modders Inc. Yeah. Not Tom's Hardware, but Tom.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Tom.
Tom from Modders Inc.
Yeah.
Which I know he watches the show. I'm calling you out. Hi, how's it going?
Yeah.
Anyway, we got into a back and forth about where is the best performance at today. If you take Zen Plus, so second gen Zen, versus Intel Coffee Lake. Mm-hmm. Did you know if you take the same speed memory on, let's say, a Ryzen 2600X, so they're 6-core 12-thread, not even their top tier, they're 2700X, and not even Threadripper, which is past generation.
That's past generation, yeah.
But just the 2600X, $225 CPU.
Yeah. Which is a good price point.
Which is a good price point.
It's a good price point.
And you put it at equal clocks with an 8700K. Mm-hmm. So equal RAM, equal timings, the only variable being the motherboard swap and the CPU itself.
Right.
Let's say they're both at 4.4 gigahertz.
Okay.
Ryzen wins.
Yeah.
Ryzen is the faster chip.
And that's
the only thing Intel has going for it right now is they have a little bit more headroom in overclocking. And that's it.
And then, for enthusiasts, that's appealing.
Mm-hmm.
But then a lot of people, I dabble with overclocking, but I tend not to overclock it unless I have to.
Right, exactly.
So I'm just going to go stock, typically.
Mm-hmm. And stock with XFR, if you get a good enough cooler on your 2600X, it'll ramp itself all the way to 4.3 on its own.
Oh, yeah, it just cloaks up.
Right. So already a fantastic chip, nearing the top of its overclock headroom, but what are you going to gain, an extra 2%?
No, that's what I'm already starting to plot out my upgrade path here in the next year.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And that's exactly what I'm looking at.
Yep. So I will be getting a 32-core Threadripper. When it comes out, I'll be buying one. I don't care what the price point is as long as it's under $2,000. I'm going to put it in that.
Yeah, no, I think because like what the when the Threadripper first came out, what was like $1,200 or something like that.
First Threadripper was $999. Then they came out with the $799 12-core. And then they came out with the $499, or I think it might have been $599 at the time. The 8-core, the 1900X,
okay.
and that's what I have is the 1900X. I bought it when it was still priced at $599, and I'm still in love with it. I love this chip.
Oh yeah.
Everyone in the comment all of a sudden, Ryzen has a higher IPC. Didn't know that. That's crazy. Yeah, the only reason Intel is still relevant today is because you can clock it at 5 gigahertz instead of 4.4. Ryzen has a much lower ceiling than Intel does, but again, you're talking about the upper 10% of gamers or people who are going to buy the 8700K. Most people are buying the 8400, maybe the 8600.
Yeah.
If not lower tier CPUs, if not an 8100 or an 8350. But a lot of people can afford that 2600X.
Yeah, it's not that
220
much
instead of 350.
Is not that bad.
Right.
Yeah.
And if you're talking a difference on the overclocking spectrum of 2% difference, it's not worth it.
Yeah.
Intel was cruising for a very, very long time, as they just commented.
And that's typically what I do when I look for an upgrade. I look for the most. I don't always look for the highest performance because typically there's diminishing returns at that point.
Right.
So the best performance for cost point is what I look for. That happy medium right in there.
But AMD is at a point where they've caught Intel for IPC clock for clock, where at 4.4 gigahertz on a 2600X, you are in a dead heat with an 8700K at 4.4 gigahertz. Again, Intel has a little bit better timings in their memory, and they have a little bit better headroom for overclocking. And that's it. But the thing about Ryzen's architecture is Ryzen's architecture today is scalable.
Yeah.
Intel's is not.
Yes.
You see that with Intel struggling to get below 14 nanometer for processes.
Yeah.
They cannot get to 10 nanometer. They can't get to 7. Ryzen today has 7 nanometer samples in their labs developing and ready for a Q1 2019 release.
Yeah, not to mention the vulnerabilities that they got intrinsic within the Intel chips.
Exactly.
It's going to take a couple years for them to work out.
Oh yeah, it'll be 2020 before they release a chip that is meltdown and Spectre free.
Yep.
Meanwhile, AMD's just going to keep getting better, as evidenced by their 32-core Threadripper that, by all accounts, is going to be freaking
awesome.
good.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome.
Let alone that, when you hit 7 nanometer on the consumer side of things, probably next March, April, May.
They're going to be
with true Zen 2.
They're going to be picking up dominance in the market here pretty quickly. I think they're already starting to see a little bit of an uptick.
Yeah, on Steam Analytics, AMD processors have gone from a 5% base to almost a 20% base.
Yeah.
And in new sales, they're almost 50-50.
Have we looked at their stock prices? Maybe we should invest.
You should have invested last year.
Oh, is that what it was?
Yeah.
I missed the...
Now, they're still cheap. They're still like $12 for stock.
That's not bad.
So it may not be a bad time to invest. I offer no advice, express or implied, for your financial risk or gain.
This is not insider trading. This is all public information.
Yep. Ryzen 5 1600 rocking in here. But let's see. Oh, someone asked, what's a good cooler for a 2600X? Honestly, a decent air cooler. CryoRig 7. Gosh, what else is there? There's the Master Air 620p, which is a fantastic cooler. It's only about $60.
That's not
for that cooler. Yeah. And it's a dual 120 mil fan. It's actually the cooler that's on Threadripper right now. That's a 621p, and the only difference is it has a little bit bigger plate.
That's a beast.
But it's cooling my 8-core Threadripper, and it's actually
doing great.
And it's actually the best cooler I've used on Threadripper so far. Yeah. So that should tell you something for a $60 or $70 air cooler. But that'll get you 4.3 on a 2600X, no problem. AMD coming to get you.
Yeah.
All right. Did you get a chance to read this article?
I did read this. Okay. This was very interesting.
This was interesting because we've talked about cryptocurrency before, and we've talked how it's a non-traditional currency and it's not regulated by any body, and they're having a real difficult time basically preventing fraud.
This is why a lot of even though despite Bitcoin last year exploding and people making money a lot, the still hardcore market economists were still saying no, this is, and the reason why is because there are no regulations,
right?
And this article, I mean, even though they go up to the point where it says yes, there was market manipulation, they're just taking one step before they cross that line.
Right, exactly. So I did mention that some of the major exchanges had been served notice by Department of Justice that they were going to be investigated for fraud, for stock manipulation or market manipulation.
There's no stock involved.
Yeah,
it's market manipulation.
So that news dropped a couple of weeks ago. This from the New York Times earlier today. So this is brand new today. Bitcoin's price raise and other cryptocurrencies, not just Bitcoin. But Ethereum, Litecoin, etc. There's a lot of them implicated here. Over 50% of their price increase was due to market manipulation by only a couple players.
Yeah. And it was due to Tether, which was what they used to match the cryptocurrency to the dollar amount.
Correct. So, at least half of all major cryptocurrency raise in price last year was due to Tether manipulation.
Yes, they manipulated that to get the prices to go up.
And this was discovered and published in a paper by John Griffin, finance professor at the University of Texas, and Eamon Shames, I believe I'm pronouncing that correctly, a graduate student there. And basically, we knew there was some market manipulation happening. You could kind of see it in the trends, but this is the first smoking gun that we found on it. And most of the activity took place at Bitfinex, which is one of the larger exchanges for crypto.
Well, the smoking gun that said it for me is that this exchange was registered in the Caribbean.
Yes.
Nothing. Pirates started there. There's still pirates there now.
Registered in the Caribbean with their headquarters and offices in Asia.
Yeah.
Let's get out of all regulatory eyes.
That's all on the up and up.
Yeah. Where all good corporations are founded.
Oh, yeah. Believe me, man. We do good over here. Yeah, it's all up and up.
Maybe we should do without the voices. I've got a really good Abu from Simpsons.
Yeah, I don't know.
I've got a really good one, and I've used it to great effect before. I don't know if I could use it on this show.
Well, I know I wouldn't. I have a lot of. I work with a lot of people in Bangalore, India.
Yeah.
So I do calls with them all the time.
Yeah, a couple of my vendors. Are
so
I'm
pretty well versed with the Indian accent.
Yeah, I've worked in tech for 12 years now.
Yeah.
I'm well familiar with the cold calls.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Let's say my accent is spot on at this point.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sorry. So anyway, basically when this was announced today, the crypto prices already fell 5%.
Yeah.
Which is faster than their normal fall.
Yeah,
and they've fallen 65% since December.
They're taking a dive.
So if you thought GPUs were getting cheaper, just wait.
There's going to be a huge dump on the market here pretty soon.
Oh, not only that, but NAND flash prices are coming way down as a result of the investigation by China.
That's about time.
Yeah. The price for a 1 terabyte SSD has fallen 30% since the beginning of the year.
I think pretty soon there's going to be some really interesting budget builds that are going to be coming out.
Yeah. We're going to be able to get back to a budget build.
Well, yeah, I mean, we're going to be able to get back to it, but we're going to probably see some really... Because if you take used cryptocurrency cards into the factory, because they're going to start dumping those things, and they're going to pretty much get to the point where like, well, I'll just take.
They already are.
Yeah.
You know what? So behind Steve's left shoulder there's a preview of my next build, which will be live either on Friday or on Tuesday. I haven't. As soon as I can get the video out, it'll be out. Yeah. Right. Stop it. Basically, as soon as I can get the video out, that'll be live. But that's a Ryzen 2600 build with a GTX 1066 gig. Now, I'm going to be quoting retail price on the video, but I bought that card used for $170.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. Because these cryptocurrencies are going to start dumping these cards. I bet you there's going to be, like, budget builds with 1070s.
Yeah.
Maybe
now,
1080,
before the crypto crashed the GPU market, or overinflated the GPU market, I bought a GTX 1070 for $270.
Which was reasonable.
Which was reasonable. Yeah. It was a reasonable cost then. Now people are going, oh man, I can get a GTX 1060 for $350 again. Yeah, I bought a 1070 for $270.
Yeah.
I also bought a GTX 1080 for $420 a couple years ago. Or right around a year ago, almost 1 calendar year ago. I bought a 1060.
As soon as the price of Bitcoin starts going below the power it's going to take to produce it,
right.
People are going to start shutting down servers and they're going to start selling off inventory.
Someone says, I hope 8 gigs of RAM for $35 or less. You're not far off, actually.
8 gigs of RAM right now is still like $70.
Right.
Yeah.
For a single stick. And if you want 16 gigs, you're looking at $150.
Yeah.
But no, when I bought RAM 2 years ago, I bought 32 gigs of RAM, so 8 4-gig sticks. I paid $110.
Yeah, it was ridiculously cheap a couple years ago.
It was ridiculously cheap. And that was for DDR4 2400.
Yeah.
That was not inexpensive memory for that time. And it's just gone through the roof. So if you budget out what I spent, I was actually less than $35 for an 8 gig stick. I was somewhere around $25 for 8 gigs, between 25 and 30. So yeah, it's going to come down. I'm really curious to see what crypto does with the release of this paper. Now, this is a 66-page paper. So this is a ton of research, a ton of allegations, a ton of smoking guns that point directly to Bitphoenix and a couple other of the major exchanges.
There's already a few economists that have looked at the paper that says this looks plausible, this looks accurate.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like there's any kind of shenanigans going on here.
We don't believe this is market manipulation in itself.
Right, yeah. No, this
because that's always a possibility when papers like this come out.
I guess the professor who put out the paper also has a history of noticing markets and market manipulations in the stock market too. So he knows his stuff.
Yep. So, yeah.
All right.
Let's jump on to Netflix news.
Netflix.
And I'm going to let you talk for a second while I get a couple other pages loaded up here so we can kind of...
let's go put the page up.
Oh, yeah, I guess you need the page. So
I need the page to talk about it. I'm going to stop that. There we go. Stop it.
Shut up, Keegan-Michael Key. We'll get to you in a second. Spoiler alerts. All right, there we go.
There you go.
And
Okay, so we got a story about Netflix is going to soon be offering video game streaming. I know that people are saying, and I think they even announced in E3, there's like a speculation of the next couple of consoles, maybe a streaming thing. But Netflix is already starting to dip their toes in the water. But they're doing it with something that seems more safe, which is Telltale games.
Right.
Which are... I can see Telltale games being super simplistic enough that they can be able to...
Totally. They're either point-and-click adventures or they're simple enough mechanics where you can play them, and they're story-driven games.
Yeah, they're story-driven games. So this article, if you read through it, they're hoping to convert the control scheme to work with the user's remote. So they don't have to buy an external peripheral. They don't have to use their phone or anything like that. They can actually use the remote that they use for the TV to play these games. I know that there were some things in some of Telltale games that probably wouldn't translate to it. Like I remember from the original Walking Dead. Maybe. Yeah, there was some place where you had to like move your mouse to get it around, and a remote just wouldn't work for that very well, I don't think. But I never played Minecraft, so maybe that works okay. But yeah, they're trying to translate this so this is more of a streaming service, and I think this kind of works because I mean, in all honesty, most of Telltale games is just basically a computerized version of the Choose Your Own Adventure books that you used to
That's exactly what they are.
Yeah,
it's the Goosebumps Carnival all over again.
Yeah, those old Choose Your Own Adventure books. That's basically what they are. I mean, not to say that some of their stories are pretty fun and they're kind of neat to play, but there's not much not much substance to them.
Hey, I got a new patron.
Nice.
NIU, welcome to the party, man. Excellent. Thanks for joining. Yeah, I could definitely see
D&D for lonely people.
Yeah, I can definitely see that being used to pretty good effect as far as using a remote to get people invested into story-based games.
Yes,
it is a viable platform for,
and it is. They do have some good games with good storylines, and if they're able to put it on Netflix to put it to a broader audience, hey, that sounds like a good way of doing it. Yeah.
Sorry, just getting a couple of these stories loaded up. And of course, all of your links that you posted were all GameSpot, and so they all have the same icon and the same header.
Oh,
and so all of these are going to say E3 2018.
Well, not all of them were from. No, actually, most of them were from. You posted were from GameSpot.
That's okay.
Not me.
Okay, I'm the guilty party.
You're the one that did it.
I'm still going to blame you, damn it. Yep. I was just searching for E3 news, and they kept coming up first. So GameSpot, your Google search analytics, spot on.
Go. They know how to game the system.
That's right.
You're not finishing your old-fashioned beer fast enough.
I'm working on it. I'm not that far behind you.
No.
I was a lot further behind you.
Yeah. You did catch up. You did catch up. I'll give you that.
That bottle condition is starting to worry me.
Yeah, I swallowed mine down, and it was a little bit of
a little chunky,
a little more on the bitter side. So I think it's like just yeast.
It's probably yeast. That was my guess. It's what it looked like. All right, get a couple of these loaded. I'm going to have you... I think I may abandon the rest of this. It's not a bad beer.
It's not a bad beer, but for what it's described as...
It's nowhere near...
It's not... It didn't live up to the anticipation in my head.
Yes. An old-fashioned is my quintessential cocktail.
Right.
It is what I go to just whenever I want a cocktail. If I go, you know what, I could go for a whiskey cocktail. Old-fashioned.
That's what I do, old-fashioned. Yeah,
old-fashioned or Manhattan.
I do too. Like when I want to know how good a bar is, I go make an old-fashioned.
Make an old-fashioned.
If they do it right.
If you can make an old-fashioned properly, I'll trust you with something else.
Yes, exactly.
So, all right, I think I got a couple of those loaded up.
All right.
Oh, dang it. I want to be back for this one, so I'm going to set you up with Terry Crews.
Oh. Well, there's not much meat in this one, to be honest.
No, there's not. But you can talk about it for 10 seconds while I get glasses.
Okay, all right. So, as you people may know or may not know, this week's E3.
That's right.
So, a good amount of the rest of the show we'll probably be talking about things that got talked about and big news items that are happening out in E3. And I guess I didn't really watch the Microsoft press conference, but I guess Jeff did because he posted a whole bunch of stuff about the Microsoft press conference. And another one was Crackdown 3, which is apparently starring Terry Crews, who yells a lot in this trailer. And I watched this trailer earlier, and it was it was Terry Crews pretty much yelling the whole time.
Yeah.
I never played any of the Crackdowns before, to be honest. This one actually kind of looks a little fun.
You never played any of the originals?
No, I never played any of the originals. Great. I never played any of the originals.
The original Crackdown was great.
But this one looks fun. This one looks like it's got... and I think I wondered why, because this one was supposed to be released with the original Xbox One.
Right. And
then it got delayed till the release of the Xbox One X.
Right.
Then it got delayed again till next year.
Yep. Ooh, I forgot my string.
And I gotta get back to that. And I'm betting it's because I'm just looking at this trailer, a lot of physics and stuff that are going on here, which physics typically in a game are very processor intensive.
Wait. I thought the Xbox One had an 8-core CPU.
Whatever.
I've been lied to.
Yeah.
More powerful than any game.
Well, no.
If
you remember right,
cores.
when they were talking about the Xbox One, they were talking about the cloud computing.
That's true.
The physics was going to be offset to the cloud, and I bet that just failed.
It just failed horribly.
I don't think they ever used that in anything. I think they were touting that they were going to.
I think they claimed that they were going to do that, and then they never did.
No, they never did. So it looks like they were trying to wait until the Xbox One X, so they actually had the processing power to do the physics that went with the game
on board. Right.
Yeah. So of course, and I think this one, since Microsoft has adopted once it goes out for the Xbox, it's going to come out for the Windows Store.
Right.
That's a good thing, but a bad thing is it's coming out on the Windows Store, which is the biggest pile of crap I've ever seen.
It is. It totally is.
At least now, well, I did beta test. What's the pirate one they just put out?
Sea of Thieves.
Sea of Thieves. Yeah. I did beta test that, and they actually allowed you to pick the drive to install it on.
Yeah.
Which was like before they didn't even let you do that. It's like, whoa, holy crap!
Who would have thought that would be a good idea?
That would be a good idea, right?
All right.
So it's getting better.
Yeah,
but it's not great at all.
So if you haven't figured it out by this point, I'm going to make a proper old fashioned.
Yes. We're going to take that beer that was average at best.
It was average at best. It was an average beer. I'd give it a 3 out of 5.
Yeah.
Ish.
Yeah.
I think Untapped gave it a 3.6 or something like that, which I think is a little high.
It was. I'm glad I bought it for the price I bought it at, because when it first came out, it was way overpriced.
Right.
Especially for what it was.
So I'm going to do a double batch of an old fashioned. So my batch is a heavy simple syrup, 3/4 ounce. And so we had a old fashioned inspired beer. We're going to do a beer inspired old fashioned. I'm using a Jameson Caskmates, the Stout Edition.
Yeah.
They also make an IPA edition. The Stout Edition is by far the better one.
Yes.
It's far, far smoother. I do a heavy pour old fashioned.
I'm not going to say not do a heavy pour.
Which means I do 3 ounces of whiskey per serving.
Why not 4?
4 gets a little much. So that's 3. I'm losing count, man.
Yeah.
4.
We're going high octane here.
Well, I'm mixing them both together.
Oh, okay. So 6 then.
6, and I spilled just a little bit, so we'll put that back.
Okay.
There we go. All right. So that's our Jameson Caskmates.
Okay.
Bitters. I'm using a Bitter Housewife old-fashioned aromatic bitters.
I just tasted that because that's like a small batch bitters type thing.
It was really strong cinnamon and nutmeg, but you can use Angostura, but these are solid bitters.
I actually like that a little better than the Angostura.
And I usually do between 2 and 3 dashes, so I did 5 for a double batch here.
What about smokes? Yeah, let's go get some cigars.
That's right. And you stir an old-fashioned.
Yes, you do stir an old-fashioned. You don't shake an old-fashioned.
You don't shake an old-fashioned. You stir an old-fashioned. That should be good. All right. So
you gotta get the cherries.
So we're using some Bordeaux,
which is the best cherries to be used in an old-fashioned. Trust me, they are much better than maraschino cherries.
Yeah, most people will use a maraschino cherry. Maraschino cherry is way too sweet.
Yeah. In fact, if you ever look how they make those things, they basically suck all the flavor out of them.
And then inject them with red dye.
Inject it with red dye, yeah. And sugar water.
Yeah. Now, if you go to a bar, and if the first thing they do is drop a bunch of fruit in the bottom of the mixer and muddle it.
That's not an old-fashioned.
That's not an old-fashioned.
That's a muddled fashioned.
An old fashioned should be simple. That's
that's
a terrible swap.
You need a good switch of that because you need that good zest. There you go. That's perfect. A good one. There you go.
So I'll let you zest yours.
Right, so you can do it along the rim too.
Yeah, zest it. There's a good swath. And my camera's probably not good enough to see this, but if I squeeze this, I can see it hit the glass. That means I've got a lot of oils coming out of this. You wipe the rim of the glass with it.
Now, do you just?
I just drop it in the side.
Yeah, I usually balance it on the side.
So that is what an old-fashioned should look like.
Oh, that smells.
I can smell the orange, not just from the orange I just cut, but from the glass. 9 steps later. This is a simple old-fashioned, trust me.
That's a beautiful old-fashioned.
Yeah, this is a proper old-fashioned. Yeah. What I call a proper old-fashioned.
That orange zest is just a hint in the back end that makes it just perfect.
Yep. And honestly, if you want to get into cocktail arts and someone's saying simple 9 steps later, I see you, Osgeld.
Yeah.
This is a simple cocktail.
It's not like a...
Trust me, I know some far more complicated cocktails. Oh, yeah.
Wasn't there was like a... I think it was a Kids in the Hall sketch or something where they had the girl cocktail alcoholic.
Yeah.
Where... he was like, "Oh, what do you want to drink?" It's like, "Oh yeah, can I get this?" And it's like there's like an 18-step process to make this like real fruity drink.
Yep. Hold on, I got to get the matches and the blowtorch. And see, when it comes to cocktails, I'm a Prohibition era cocktail fan.
Yeah.
Old fashions, Manhattans, basically like 20s through 40s.
Yeah.
That's my wheelhouse.
Well, that's where cocktails came from.
That's where cocktails came from. Yeah. I don't mind some of the evolutions that they've taken, but at the same time, there's something about an old fashioned that's just good.
I really like it, especially with these cherries right here. Mm-hmm. You keep them at the bottom of the drink, and if you sip this slow enough, when you get to the very bottom, that cherry's been soaking in that whiskey, and when you take a bite of that cherry, that whiskey soaked cherry, it's so delicious.
Yep,
so good.
Like I said, if you go to a bar and you order an old
there you
fashioned,
go, girl drink drunk. That's the name of the sketch.
Okay,
yes, exactly.
Thank you.
Girl drink drunk.
Yeah, if you go to a bar and you order an old fashioned, and they take 2 red maraschino cherries and a wedge of orange, and they drop them in the bottom of the glass, and they drop a sugar cube, and they
muddle it,
and they pour the bitters on top, and then they just muddle the crap out of it. That's not an old fashioned. Number one, it doesn't call for that much orange flavor or that much fruit flavor. Yeah. I should be tasting the whiskey in here more than anything else, and a rye whiskey.
Yes.
Now I know I used an Irish whiskey, but a rye whiskey.
I think an Irish whiskey tends to make it sweeter.
It does.
It could have backed off a little bit with the simple syrup to make it a little more bite, but still, it's a delicious cocktail.
Yeah. And a lot of people will say, "Oh, you need to use a sugar cube because that's what they used back then." Do you know why you shouldn't use a sugar cube now? Is because now we chill it.
Yeah, exactly.
This is pre-diluted sugar. It's all it is. It's sugar and water.
That's the same thing with absinthe. They use the sugar cube too. They soak in that. Yeah,
exactly. But the sugar reacts with the absinthe, so there is a reaction happening there. With this, the reason we use simple syrup instead of a sugar cube is sugar will not dissolve in cold water.
Yeah.
Unless it's already pre-dissolved.
Yeah, that's why you have the simple syrup.
Right. So if you have a chilled old-fashioned and you put a sugar cube in it, all you're just going to end up with is a bunch of sugar grain.
If you maintain a bar at home and making cocktails, you have to have simple syrup.
Simple syrup.
Yeah.
Yep.
If you want to make
and you can make it yourself. It's sugar and water.
Lemon drops, anything that adds sugar to it, you have to have a simple sugar because, just like you said, it does not dissolve in cold water. You're going to have these granules at the bottom. Yeah. You don't want that. This is excellent.
It's delicious. Yeah, a couple of people said you could be a bartender. Have you not seen my cabinet? I've mentioned this.
It's kind of in the background, but you can see it.
I've mentioned this on the show a couple times. I am much more of a cocktail and liquor fan than I am beer fan. Now, I love beer. I love a good beer. Yeah. But I am so about a good cocktail. And doing them the right way.
I think I like them both equally.
Yeah.
I mean, I really do.
Yeah. There's definitely a place for both.
Yeah.
This is not a drink I would have on a 95-degree summer day.
Yeah. No, I get beered out after a while, and then I like a good cocktail.
So, that's how you make an old-fashioned.
Yeah.
and I got to say, I'm not impressed.
No, I wasn't impressed either.
It oversold itself to me.
It did.
The labeling is perfect. The Gentleman's Club label that's on there. The old timey look. The bartender sitting behind the bar there. The 20s vibe that it's got.
Yeah. I've had several beers do that.
2013.
To me. Oh, so that's an old
May
one.
30th, 2013 is when that was bottled.
It's a while ago then. That could be why.
That
Maybe it was better fresh. I don't know.
Might have been.
I do know with a lot of beers that flavors tend to mellow out when it ages.
Yeah. And an old-fashioned is a cocktail with some pretty bold flavors, especially with the bitters.
Yeah. Like IPAs, you don't want to let IPAs, no matter if it's a double or a triple, you don't want to let those age too much because the hop profile in there will die down after a couple months. Stouts, barley wines, super malty beers like that are high ABV, those are okay to cellar.
Yep.
Those will age and get smoother over time.
Yeah, stouts, porters, red ales, things like that.
And anything else, you probably... Or sours. Sours is another one
that
will age okay, too.
Yep.
But anything other than that, you don't want to let it age too long.
You should do an in-depth look at your liquor cabinet and setup of your room. Multi-part behind-the-scenes look. That is on the plan right now. I have a video in my mind for showing my photo gear, for showing how I do the videography in here, my lighting setup, my audio setup, that kind of thing. I may do a deep dive into my liquor cabinet. It's about a 20.
I'll be there with you if you want to do.
It's about a 25 bottle liquor cabinet. And I've got really high-end stuff, and I've got really bottom-end stuff.
So deep we'll be on the floor after a while.
That's right.
Yeah.
We're going deep on that one. We're
going deep to the bottom of the bottle.
Yep. Craft Computing might make a decent I Got Nothing Friday Flight video. You found the secret to my Friday Flight videos. Yeah. I got nothing else to talk about. Liquor! Exactly.
I found some lint in my pocket. Let's talk about this.
That's exactly the point. I got like 4 boxes to open. I guess you guys might be interested in that.
I got some Amazon deliveries from my wife. Oh, look, diapers.
Yeah. No, thanks. I got some license plate frames today.
Big news.
I have a USB 3.0 hard drive enclosure coming on Friday. I get Amazon amnesia really bad.
Yeah. So you order something and you don't know what
and I'll get the package and I'm like, what did I buy this time? Did I buy anything?
Yeah,
is this something someone sent me? Megan, did you buy anything? No, she didn't buy anything. Okay. Shh. Oh, I remember that. All the time.
That's great. Like people who have like Alzheimer's and order from Amazon, it's like Christmas every other day.
Yep.
They have no idea what's coming to the door.
Yep.
Like, oh, this is great. I've always wanted that.
Yep. Buying Yeti, you need to correlate a liquor and to PC components. Oh, we have plans.
Yes. Yeah, we talked about this.
If you are on my Patreon,
you'd know about this.
You know we have plans.
We had in-depth discussions about that.
I actually just made a fairly substantial order for those plans. Yes. So, there is a liquor plus PC thing coming.
It's on its way.
It's on its way. Let's get on to the star of E3, shall we?
Yeah.
Keegan-Michael Key.
I really like this. There's a few highlights at E3 that I saw. This was definitely one of them.
Yeah. I'm playing this without audio to avoid a copyright strike because I really don't need that on my channel right now. But if you've played Skyrim, you've never played the ultimate version of Skyrim.
Yeah.
And it's Keegan-Michael Key.
He's like the Switch, Xbox,
no. Alexa, play Skyrim. This video is hilarious.
It's proof that Bethesda's self-aware.
They are so self-aware.
Yeah.
And there is no better way to kill a meme than to do it better than anyone could ever meme it before.
Yeah. Once the...
to take ownership of that meme.
To take ownership of the meme pretty much kills it.
Yeah.
It's going to kill this whole... Yeah. It's going to kill it there.
What the hell was that? Fusarda. It's the knock things down thing. Well, is there a thing for picking shit up?
Yeah, if you haven't seen this video, I
go watch it.
Definitely should go watch it. It's pretty funny.
Go watch it.
And the great thing too is that it's not fake. It's real.
Mm-hmm.
At least the Alexa thing is real. The other ones that they joke about, because they also joke about, like, it's going to
coming to a smart fridge near you.
Yeah, it's a smart fridge, and they have the Motorola pager one.
Oh, and the Etch-a-Sketch.
The Etch-a-Sketch, yeah. Okay, those were fake.
Yeah.
But the Alexa one is actually...
But you can download Skyrim for the Alexa and play it. Skyrim Play Alexa. And then you can go on a text-based journey.
Yeah.
So if you were a fan of, like, the mid-'80s text-based RPGs...
That's actually early 80s.
Early 80s,
yeah.
See, I played some BBS ones.
Yeah.
Where you got onto a BBS server and you played text-based.
I remember playing...
Text-based D&D.
I distinctly remember playing the very first Zork.
I actually wrote one.
I did try writing one, too.
Yeah, I wrote one, and mine was a labyrinth style, and it was really stupid.
It was, mine did not.
It was not good.
This was because I had an Atari 1200 XL.
Okay.
Which was the hot, because I remember they had the Atari 400, 800, which had the membrane keyboard, right?
Yeah.
This was the high end one. This was the Atari 1200 XL.
Okay, yeah.
Which still took the same cartridges, but it had ports for peripherals. Mm-hmm. So you can hook up a plotter printer. You can hook up a cassette tape, so you can save things. It had basic cartridge, so you can plug in basic. Write your programs, save it to tape,
nice,
load it back up, and
see. I never had an Atari 1200. I never had a Commodore. I never had any of the Ataris.
Oh, you never had a Commodore either. Huh?
I never had a Commodore.
I didn't have Commodore. I had Amiga.
Yeah, I used the Commodores all the time in elementary school because we had a couple of them there. We'd play Oregon Trail and a couple of the other things like that, and we'd also do some stuff in BASIC. But that was about it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I never got the full Commodore experience.
Yeah.
I started with a 286 based DOS system.
Oh yeah.
So I've been PC my whole life.
That was like the ramping up of the home computer.
Exactly.
Was the 286.
Yeah. 286 was my first PC.
286, 36, and 46.
Yep. 286 was my first, then a 486 DX2. That was my second. So, first computer I built myself was a 486 DX2.
Mine too.
Yep.
Actually, yeah, mine too.
66 megahertz, 12 megs of RAM. I was balling back in the day.
I don't think I had 12. 12 megs was too rich for me.
It was a lot.
Yeah, it was a lot. Yeah.
My dad had gone and bought a compact Presario CDTV 920, and it had a 486 DX2 and 12 megabytes of RAM.
I think I only had 4 on mine.
And it came stock with 4. He bought it, and I think he paid $400 extra to get 12.
To get the 12, yeah.
And the question was, why are you putting 12 megabytes of RAM in this computer? Because you're going to need 12 megabytes of RAM at some point.
Yeah.
And sure enough, we upgraded to Windows 95. Minimum requirement was 8.
Yeah.
And we had headroom to go. Mm-hmm. So there we go. It paid off for us.
Oh, yeah.
But no, the first PC that I built was also a 486 DX2. That was a couple years later. Mm-hmm. So back after the Pentium had come out. In fact, I think the Pentium 166 MMX was just announced when I built that one. So, dating myself. Almost as much as you.
Almost, yes. Well, see, you said you built that, but because the reason it was my first build is because I had actually moved out of my parents' house, and I was like,
okay,
I'm gonna start working on computers. I'm gonna start dealing with computers.
Yeah,
I didn't have the tutelage of my parents doing it for me. This is like my own stuff.
See, my church had this giant yard sale, and so they had a bunch of equipment left, or they had a bunch of donated stuff left over, and a couple of the things that didn't sell were a pair of 386 machines. And so I took those home, and I took them apart and put them back together like any 10-year-old would.
Yeah.
And started swapping parts between the 3 machines that I got, and eventually just kind of developed the skill. There was a computer store in downtown Springfield, Oregon, right next to the Hutch's Bicycle Store. I know no one knows where that's at.
No.
But it's somewhere around
Springfield is just north of Eugene a little bit.
It's just west or east of Eugene.
East of Eugene, okay.
But it was somewhere around 18th Street, I want to say. 18th or 21st, somewhere right around there. There was this computer store that opened, and it was basically that old guy who had all the old computer hardware. Yeah. He had so many pieces of computer hardware, he bought a retail location and just opened up his store.
He's like, here's my crap.
Here's my crap, someone can buy it. And
so
he had the Amigas, he had the Atari 1200s, he had... And then stacks and stacks of hard drives and stacks of processors. So basically what he did for a living was liquidate companies who were getting rid of computers, and then he sold the components. And
it's basically a chop shop for computers.
It was a chop shop. It was set up like a Sunday yard sale.
Yeah.
Like come buy this.
There's just a sticker sitting on the... Here's a CPU with a
No, it wasn't even a sticker. It was you walk up and you say, how much for this? And he goes, $4.
I don't know.
It was totally that kind of store. And so I went in and I bought a motherboard, I bought a processor, I bought all the RAM, I bought a hard drive, a case, power supply. I had a 1 megabyte graphics card.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was balling.
Yeah.
And that's how I built my first computer, was at that guy's store. And I think I spent $250 or something like that.
Now, the 486, that was before the dedicated GPU, though.
That was.
Yeah. They didn't come until like late Pentium era.
Late Pentium era, but I got a late Pentium era GPU.
Yeah.
And it was PCI, and I happened to get a 486 board that had a PCI slot on it.
First one,
so I didn't have to go.
It was PCI because there were daughter cards.
Exactly.
Cards. You had to get the video card, and then you had to get the daughter card, which were the Voodoo ones.
Exactly.
And you had to link them together in the back. Yeah.
Yep.
I remember that.
Yep. Boy, how did we get there?
I don't know. We were talking about modern stuff that just blows everybody's mind compared to what we had back then.
I hope everyone's still watching.
Yeah, I don't know.
That was a long rant down memory lane. Oh yeah, you're still watching.
Oh, okay,
cool.
They're still there.
They're still there. Say hello if you're still there.
Yeah. They all fell asleep.
Yeah. Oh my God, Windows 3.1 days. Oh yeah, that was Windows 3.1 days. My first computer came out I built it just after Windows 95 came live.
Yeah.
And so I used my dad's installation CD to build my own machine.
No, I remember being excited for just Windows 3.
Yep.
I was like, oh, Windows 3.
Oh yeah.
And then 3.1 and 3.1.1.
Yep. Yeah, I had 3.1.1 is I think where we started with PC or with Windows. Beyond that, it was
3.1 is where the home market really started to take off.
Yeah.
3.11 came after that.
I think my first
Windows
machine
95.
was DOS 4. I want to say DOS 4.0, maybe 4.2.
No, I think it was 3.5.
Might have been 3.5.
3.5 was pretty popular at the time.
Yeah. It was early. I know that. So.
Oh yeah, adding a math coprocessor. Yes, that was big too. I do remember that.
Yep.
The math coprocessor card to put in there.
That's right. The hell is ELL? Yeah. All right, let's get into some...
let's get into more stuff.
I already brought up the tab. I completely forgot.
Yeah, let's do this. There you go.
Fallout 76 trailer. It actually was unveiled at the Xbox press conference and later touched on further by the Bethesda press conference.
Yes.
But yeah, Fallout 76 coming to a Xbox and PC near you.
What's playing was actually the thing about Doom.
That was the Doom.
The new Doom.
The Doom Ultimate.
Eternal.
Or Doom Eternal, excuse me.
Which
Sorry, Quake, Doom, Wolfenstein, Eternal, Ultimate, Extreme.
If you flip the Doom logo upside down,
Eternal Wood.
It becomes an advertisement for Viagra.
That's right.
Yeah,
that's right.
Eternal Wood. Yes.
I almost added that slide. Someone posted on Reddit.
Yeah, I saw that same thing too. I was like, oh, that's funny.
What the Doom trailer gave me. Eternal Wood.
Yeah.
It was great.
Yeah.
Thank you, whoever you are, for brightening my day.
That was funny.
Anyway, Fallout 76. Eternal Wood until a couple details were revealed.
Okay. It's not a traditional Fallout game.
No.
I am actually kind of intrigued because I do like survival games. Because this is going to be more of a survival game.
Yeah.
Actually, where's the note? Could I put some notes down? Where's the notes?
I'll bring it up. Yeah,
yeah,
that's right. You wrote down a whole bunch of notes.
I did a whole bunch of
stuff. Here's Fallout.
Yeah. So you did some stuff.
Yeah.
And actually, I when they did the first reveal trailer, this was before the E3 thing. They had the thing, and I thought it was very interesting that they picked that John Denver song. Mm-hmm. For the thing, because before, whenever they did the intro, the song was always this kind of 40s, 50s era music. Yeah,
it was just out of the era of big band into the starting of pop music.
Yeah. It was all almost big band, almost.
Yeah. So Benny Goodman's it was George Gershwin's Gone Away, and we're introducing Buddy Holly.
Right. Yeah. But this was a 1970s.
This was John Denver.
John Denver. Yeah.
Right.
But it makes sense now because it takes place in West Virginia.
Right.
So this is going to be a Vault 76. Apparently, it's in West Virginia. The map is going to be 4 times the size of Fallout 4.
Mm-hmm. Which Fallout 4 was quite large.
It was quite big.
It took quite a while to get across that.
Yeah. So this, I mean, I don't know if there's going to be any fast travel going on here. Who knows? But it's pretty big.
Softcore survival.
Yeah, softcore. actually, it is because if anybody's ever, because like a lot of people were equating it to Rust. Yeah. I don't know if you've ever played Rust before.
Yes.
Did you ever play Rust on a public server?
I did.
You like load on there and like you get hit over the head with a rock like almost immediately.
Yeah.
So they
because there's a bunch of spawn campers just sitting there with pipes.
So I was watching a lot of talk about this, and that was one of the things that they wanted to eliminate from this is griefers who would come by. So I've heard two things. I don't know which one it's true, but one of them I heard them say that it was going to be more of a handshake deal. If you run across somebody and they want to fight you, it's going to have a flag that says, "Okay, I want to fight them."
Right.
So they can't grief you. But there was another thing too where it says
I haven't heard anything official.
I haven't heard anything, but I heard conflicting stuff in interviews. I heard one that
says... A lot of misinformation out there.
One of them said that there was going to be a handshake type of a thing. The other one said that if someone is griefing you, that there's going to be a wanted system instead, so that person becomes wanted.
Right.
And there'll be greater rewards if somebody kills that person, so that you kind of...
kind of minimize the griefing
the
trolling.
Supposed to minimize the griefing.
Yeah.
I see advantages and disadvantages to both type of things. I don't know which ones it's going to be because they are. It does sound like they're leading up to some kind of the way to build up your own faction, and you can have because it's going to be four person co-op, I think.
Yes.
Yeah. So you can have like these people, and then there's another people on the server, and the end game is the ability to find these code markers, and the code markers. If you find a whole bunch of them, you can get a nuke, and then you can nuke your enemies.
Right.
Basically. Oh, no, you don't know. I take that back. You don't nuke your enemies. You nuke a place, and then after the place is nuked, that produces rare resources that you go in and gather those rare resources.
Right. It's definitely going to be different.
It's different.
Did you see the thread on what people have claimed the death of Fallout would be over the years?
Oh, was it in multiplayer?
No, there was a post that summed up why every single Fallout after Fallout 1 would be the death of the series. And Fallout 2 wasn't as good as Fallout 1. And Fallout Brotherhood wasn't a proper sequel to Fallout 2.
No, it wasn't. But it was a tactical thing, yeah.
But Fallout Tactics was not a Fallout game. And Fallout 3 wasn't isometric. Yeah. And Fallout New Vegas told a better story but didn't have as good a gameplay as Fallout 3. And Fallout 4 wasn't a true RPG.
Yeah.
And then there was the canceled Fallout Online that was canceled. So and that was right at the Interplay end of their life thing. Is Fallout going
dead
away entirely? Who's going to buy this IP? Well, now we have Fallout 7, or there was Fallout Shelters, which is a point and click minigame.
Yeah.
And then there's Fallout 76. Which is an online-only game, but
Fallout 2 was better than Fallout 1.
Yeah.
I agree with that, actually.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
And then there's Fallout 76, which people are claiming it's online-only, but not the online-only that we wanted from Fallout Online.
Right. Well, I think they probably started developing because at the time there was an uptick of a lot of survival games, like Rust and Ark and all those kind of things were coming out. And they were very popular. And I think they're still popular now. And I had fun with them.
Can you tell I'm more of a cocktail guy?
Yes, I can tell. I mean, I like this. This is good.
It's delicious.
But I'm actually talking more than you right now.
Yeah. It's because I'm enjoying the cocktail.
Oh, yeah. And some other points I did pick up on the thing is like you can have multiple characters. So like in most Fallouts, you only had one character and you play them through the whole game. Now there's going to be you have multiple characters. Because it's multiplayer... the VATS system, which used to be you pause, you pick your points, and then you see what happens, right?
Right.
How that is not going to be for multiplayer. It just doesn't work.
Right.
It's still going to be there. It's still going to show up points, but it's going to be real time. So I don't really know what advantage that's going to be.
If I can be honest, I'm not much of a VATS player anyway. I actually liked the direction they went with Fallout 4, where it either slows down time or it's just a good shooter game, so I can time my headshots.
I always liked the VATS system whenever I wanted a nice, glorious head flying off.
And I will say I used it to great extent in Fallout 3, but with Fallout 4, I didn't seem to miss it.
Really?
Yeah. I didn't find myself going, oh, I wish I had VATS right here.
Yeah.
I do have VATS right here, but it was such a good shooter, it didn't matter.
didn't need it.
Right, exactly.
I did find that when I did play Fallout VR, I didn't care about VATS. I did when I played it single player on my PC.
Totally.
Yeah. But one other point before you go away with that.
Yeah.
There is the special edition, and just like with special edition of 4, they had the Pip-Boy that you can get, right? And so now with the special edition of Fallout 76, you're going to be able to get the Power Armor helmet, and it's actually wearable, and it's got a voice modulator in it, so it's you speak into it, and it's like
civilian.
Yeah, it's going to be good. But it's probably going to cost like $120 or something.
I'm sure it will.
Yeah, something like that.
At least it's better than the Halo 3 Collector's Edition, which came with a helmet that you couldn't wear.
You couldn't even wear it. It was like
it was a bookshelf.
Yeah,
end.
it was like toddlers could barely even wear it.
No, it was a DVD cover. It had the square slot inside of it for a DVD case. Yeah.
Okay, that's
so it was a shelf piece, which I'm not opposed to shelf pieces.
Right. But no, an actual wearable piece of armor. Right. It'll be plastic, obviously, but it's still pretty cool.
Yeah. So, I don't know if I'm going to get this one.
You don't think you can get 76?
Like I'm a big Fallout fan.
Yeah.
But I'm not an MMO fan by any means.
Well, this isn't an MMO.
I know
it's not an MMO.
They've been very tongue in cheek with the delivery of how they say it's going to play though.
Right.
There are 0 NPCs in this game. Now there's terminals and there's bots.
Right.
That can guide you on your way, and there's quests.
It makes sense that there's no NPCs because this is the story of Vault 76, which was the first vault that was opened after the nuclear war. So there's nothing out there.
Right,
you're supposed to tackle it. So that makes sense that it's a survival game. It's all about survival at that point.
Right, and I get that, but my problem is that I'm not an MMO fan. I don't like going onto World of Warcraft, and
it's not an MMO though. It's not an MMO. It's quasi MMO.
I know it's not an MMO.
Multiplayer.
They say it's multiplayer, or you can play through the campaign solo,
right?
Which means you can just ignore the other players that are there.
Right, you can. And they did say that you can ignore the other players there, and you can play it as a straight up survival game.
My problem is, if I'm walking through the uninhabited wasteland,
right,
and I see 10 players doing this crap.
It breaks your immersion.
It breaks all immersion. It breaks every bit of gameplay that I have invested to that point.
Yeah.
It did with WoW. It did with League of Legends.
Right.
It does with every single MMO I've ever played.
You have the just even the slightest amount of griefing, just bunny hopping around.
Just bunny hopping around
makes you pissed off.
Drives the hell out of me. I hate it. I hate watching it. When I'm playing a Fallout game... Oops.
What was that?
It's my USB hub.
All right. Okay.
We're good. We're still online.
It's not going to crash. It's just a USB hub.
But when I play Fallout, I am the sole survivor. I don't want to see 12 people in the lobby or 12 people waiting for a quest to load. Well, bunny hopping their grief away.
Probably going to have to wait till Fallout 5 then for that. Because this is obviously just a Fallout-themed survival.
It's Elder Scrolls Online.
No, it's not even Elder Scrolls, because Elder Scrolls Online is more RPG oriented.
Right.
Survival games, there's going to be tech involved. There's going to be building things involved, building your bases, building stuff like that. It's going to be more like Ark and Rust with a Fallout theme.
Yeah, but there's going to be so many annoying people.
They're trying to mitigate that. I'm gonna reserve.
If I see them, they're going to be annoying. That's my problem with Fallout. Right. Yeah. And again, it's going to ruin Fallout. It's not going to ruin Fallout.
It's going
to ruin this Fallout.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because Fallout's going to continue.
Yeah, I think.
Make no bones about that.
They're just taking a shift in a different direction, just like they did with Fallout Tactics.
And I don't begrudge them for that at all. I think Bethesda's, you got to make your money somewhere, and if you can make it in a Fallout Online, which is basically what this is, I say go for it. But
I've played a lot of Survivor games. I like them. Mm-hmm. So I think I'm going to probably buy this and try it out.
Yeah.
Just to see how it goes.
I'll be curious to see where it goes, what initial gameplay is like.
Yeah. Me too. I mean, I really am.
But at the same time, I'm much less enthusiastic than you are for it.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it's coming out this year. It's coming out this year. So it's supposed to come out
November.
This holiday season release.
Yep. If you see them, shoot them. That's my problem.
Well, that's the thing, is that I just explained they're trying to get rid of griefers. I've heard it explained 2 different ways, so I'm not clear how they're going to do that.
Yep. And they're not clear how they're going to do that.
Yeah, so I heard that there's supposed to be like some kind of handshake thing, so you come up to a guy and say like, hey, let's fight.
Hey, I'd like to fight you now.
Yeah.
Okay, let's fight. Okay.
Yeah, that type of thing. But I also heard that it's like, okay, well, someone can fight you, but if they kill you like multiple times and they become wanted, and
yeah,
that does not. Yeah, I don't know which way they're gonna go, so I'm gonna see how it works out.
Okay, what else we got?
What else next? Oh, Gears 5.
Gears 5.
I'm not a big Gears fan.
I was a big fan of the first 2.
Yeah.
Third one kind of let me down a little bit. I know a lot of people are a fan of Gears of War 3. To me, it was just like, eh. And I never played the 4th.
I played like the first one halfway through, and then I'm like, I don't know.
Yep.
I just found cover shooters can be kind of boring.
I love how we have an ad that you can beta test Fallout 76 on the side of this.
Yes, there we go.
Right, and I don't know what the Purge.
The first Purge. Well, whatever. Stupid ads.
Yeah. Go away. I don't care. Shut up.
I mean, I guess if you're deep into the Gears lore, this sounds like an interesting game, but I'm just not really.
Yeah. See, now this is the game that Terry Crews should have been in. Not Crackdown.
Yeah.
Seriously, he should have been in Gears of War.
No, I think Crackdown's probably a good one for him. He's more of a happy, cartoony type of a guy. There's a lot of cartoony action.
I will say, if he's doing his Old Spice impression, he belongs in Crackdown.
Yeah.
If he's doing his badass impression, he belongs in Gears of War.
Okay, there's only like maybe 2 movies where he does
Super Sun Power!
Yeah. He does light comedy roles.
That's true. He's in Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Yeah.
He's in... Yeah, okay.
That's mostly what he's known for.
Okay, I take it back.
Yeah.
I take it back.
Yeah. So I mean, and then you got
Dwayne Johnson.
Should
have gotten The Rock.
Dwayne The Rock.
Should have gotten The Rock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's too much.
Ignoring his lighter roles.
Yeah.
Yeah. Should have gotten The Rock. So yeah, Gears of War 5.
Whatever.
Coming out for Xbox and PC.
And PC. Yeah.
That's right.
Well, the previous Gears of War 4 that was for PC.
That's right.
So you can still get it on the Windows.
And I just never bought it.
No, neither did I too. Like I said, I never got into it.
Yep. Like I said, 3 let me down so much I just never bought 4.
Yeah.
And that was my thing.
Yeah.
And I've never owned an Xbox One. I don't own a current gen console. I don't own a Switch. I don't own a PS4. I don't own an Xbox
neither do I.
One or One S.
Yeah, neither do I.
So, yeah, it'll be... Yeah, a lot of people saying you never got into Gears of War. Preston ruined Fallout 4. I ignored Preston from the beginning. Like, I did the first quest for him, and then I just ignored him. I never went back.
Yeah.
And so if you don't go back to him, he stops bugging you. So, yeah.
Well, Preston was your butler, right? The little butler?
No, Preston was the leader of the Minutemen.
Oh, that's right. Yes, that's right. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had
another settlement needs your help.
He was the never-ending quest giver.
Yeah.
Yes, he was the never-ending quest. You're right. Yeah. No, I like the whole hard-boiled Valentine detective subplot. That was like the only part I really liked about Fallout 4. Are you eating that cherry? Yeah, that's the best part.
Best part of an old-fashioned. Oh, my God.
Mm-hmm. I'm telling you.
Especially when you're 2 drinks in, that is totally the best part of an old-fashioned.
It is.
Oh. Yes.
See, I slowly drink mine because I'm letting my cherry soak longer.
It's been a half hour.
Longer.
It's been a half hour.
What's the maximum whiskey absorption of a cherry? You can look that up. I bet it's like at least 45 minutes. Are you gonna get like a cherry and see how much it absorbs?
Yeah.
All right. We'll put 2 of them in there.
You want 2?
Yeah, let's do 2.
Let's
let this sit.
Dude, I'll get you 1 too. We can do a shot and a cherry.
Okay, that's good. That's good. We'll do that at the end of the show.
Sure.
And we'll see how it plays out.
And this is really good whiskey to do it in.
Yes,
too.
it's very good whiskey to do it in.
There we go. We got our 2 shots.
2 shots. How much time do we have left?
This is the problem when Steve is on, is we do crap like this.
I'm a bad influence for some reason. I don't know.
You are. I always wake up with a hangover the night after you're on the show.
No, I've evolved to not have hangovers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm getting better. I still get them, though. All right.
All right, let's do that. Let's go do this. That's going to be... We're going to let that soak and see how it goes. All right, next game.
Yeah, a lot of games. We're spending way too much time on each of these.
Oh, yeah.
And, of course, there's cherry juice on my bar spoon now. It's all over my desk.
Oh.
Awesome. There we go.
That is a good cherry.
I told you.
Fabulous.
Like, I wasn't making that up. That was a really good cherry.
Yeah, that was very good.
Where's my mouse at? There we go. Halo Infinite.
Yeah.
That's right.
Starring Master Chef Goldblum.
Oh, come on. I didn't click on the ad. I wanted to pause the damn video.
There we go.
Because screw you, GameSpot.
Yeah. Halo Infinite. Not much news about that.
Yeah. Other than it's coming.
Yeah, that it's coming.
Yeah.
They had a teaser trailer that doesn't show much.
Yep.
A bunch of pretty landscapes and...
Showed the return of Master Chief.
Master Chief's helmet.
Yep.
That's it. Yeah, not much to say about that.
President Chimungo.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you for the Idiocracy reference.
Yes.
That's how I remember Terry Crews.
Yeah, that's right. Plants need Gatorade.
It's got what plants crave.
Yeah, it's got what plants crave.
It's got electrolytes.
It's electrolytes, yeah. Yeah, so there's not much thing about that. Outside of the trailer, that's all they got.
Yep.
There's not much there.
Yep. Halo 5 Guardians is the name of it. And it'll be released sometime. And they showed a very brief engine demo, but no actual game demo.
Right.
And
you always have to be skeptical when the trailer has in-engine demo or in-engine footage.
Right.
That doesn't mean
not in-game.
That doesn't mean in-game. In-engine.
Right.
There's lots of engines that you can just throw a bunch of power at it and it looks fabulous.
Right.
That's not indicative of what the game can do.
Exactly.
Right.
So have you ever played the Just Cause series?
I have. I have Just Cause 2 and I have Just Cause 3.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Ignore Just Cause 1. Don't ever play it.
No.
Terrible game.
Yeah.
Horrible game.
It was only great because it was buggy and glitchy, and there was a bunch of weird stuff that happened because
I don't think it was even great because it was buggy and glitchy. I think it was just buggy and glitchy and had Rico prancing through the fields.
Yeah. That wasn't.
It was a horrible physics game. It was a horrible pre-animation game.
Yeah.
It was just a bad game. Just Cause 4. I'm stoked for this one.
Yeah.
I am a huge fan of the Just Cause series. Really ever since Just Cause 2 said, screw it, the first game sucked. We're going to go completely 80s, over-the-top action movie.
Right.
We're going to make you Spider-Man, Iron Man, and the Incredible Hulk all put together into one, to quote Futurama, or Family Guy.
Family Guy,
was from.
Yeah.
Spider-Man,
Iron
Man, and the Incredible Hulk put together. Yeah.
It takes a bit to get used to the grappling and the everything like that.
Yeah.
But once you do, it's a wonderful sandbox, fun time adventure type of thing. 3 was actually really fun.
3 was a lot of fun.
3 was a lot of fun.
I felt like 3 took a step back from 2. I thought 2 was amazing, but they did add some mechanics in 3 that I really liked. That is the multiple grappling hooks. You could hook someone to the wall and then keep going.
Oh, yeah. No, 4 is supposed to have more of that.
Yeah, exactly.
More of that. Yeah.
More over the top, more, I don't care if it's possible in physics, we're going to do it kind of crap. And that is the point of Just Cause.
Yeah.
It is the over the top. What if the A-Team and Iron Man got together and they thought of a way to take over the world or stop someone from taking over the world? That's this game.
Yeah.
And it's amazing.
It is.
So if you've never played it, shame on you. If you have played 3, go play 4 as soon as it comes out.
Yeah.
I will say if there's ever a studio that I would pre-order from, it's probably Avalanche.
Yeah, they're doing... what was the other one that they were doing, too? They were doing another thing. Avalanche was putting something else out. I can't remember. Anyway, we'll go on.
Yeah.
It'll come to me.
Anyway, I don't think they've ever put out a game that I haven't been a fan of.
Yeah.
They've been... That studio is just amazing.
I think there was something recent that they were coming out that looked really good.
Was there?
Yeah, and it was Avalanche Studios that was coming out with it. let's continue.
Well, I know your password now, so. Anyway, the new Xbox may be coming soon, and it's not the Xbox that you're thinking it is. I know, I'm a PC guy talking about consoles, whatever. But the new Xbox may be a dedicated streaming console a la the NVIDIA Shield. So not running games natively, but rather running games through the cloud, through cloud-based services. Interesting concept. It's been tried before a couple of times by a couple of different companies. The hardware is better now. My big problem is internet is still a problem for most places.
I think that is absolutely right. I think that the streaming type of service, I mean, you really have to get away from latency issues. Mm-hmm. There's going to be huge latency issues, especially when you're talking about Twitch-type games.
Yeah.
Fighting games, especially.
Yeah, any kind of Twitch shooter.
Any kind of Twitch shooter. RPGs or something like that, where it's a little more slow going, that's okay.
Here's our next one.
Yeah, let's do our next one. But yeah, anything that's involved with Twitch, I think any kind of streaming type service is just a long way out. We really have to build up the infrastructure for internet all over the world for this to even work. And I know it's even been tried like a couple years ago, which seemed kind of ridiculous to me. I mean, it's like it's just not.
I completely messed that up. Hold on. I got to redeem myself.
Yeah, anything cloud sex in Australia. That was one of the things. Like, I heard that the internet in Australia is just not the greatest.
Australia's pretty terrible. Pretty much.
I mean, even parts of the U.S. has still got horrible.
Even me, I dropped my internet last week completely. Now I have 250 megs to my house, but it's still sketchy. The latency is still not great.
I think one of the things if consoles do start doing this, I think that's actually going to benefit PC gaming a lot more.
Yes.
Because they'll be like, well, I can customize a PC and do what I want. I can install stuff on there if I want to or not. I'm not beholden to a service now.
Right.
I can do what I want with it, and then it'll become more popular at that point.
And I own it, and I can mod it
further
than I could before.
I can do it, stuff like that. Yeah. So this is what we're drinking. It may seem a little weird. It may sound a little counterproductive, but this is a coffee IPA. A cold pressed coffee IPA.
It's called the Rogue Cold Brew.
Yeah.
So there you go.
And you don't think that IPA and coffee goes together, but it does. It actually does. They go together quite well.
Boy, that's a contrasting smell.
It is.
That it's got. Now, for the record, I have not tried this one yet.
Yeah, you haven't tried this?
No.
You're going to like this.
Because I love coffee, I love IPAs.
Yes.
But typically I love the stout coffees.
Yes. Most people like coffee in their stout because the chocolate coffee, roasted roast, they go together.
Yeah.
I never thought that this would go good together either, but when I first tried it, I was kind of blown away at how well those flavors mixed.
Smelling it again, I can
see it smells, even just smelling it together, it's... I think it might be the bitterness of the coffee and the bitterness of the hops.
My first smell, I kind of went, what the hell is that? Because it's something I'm not used to. The second smell, I'm getting...
It's actually not that bad of a combo.
That is pretty good.
Yeah. Coffee and IPA actually goes quite well together.
Rogue. Well done.
Yeah, that was good.
Got to show my Zelda glass off there.
Okay.
That's good.
Yeah, that's not bad, huh?
So anyway, Microsoft's coming out with a possibly streaming exclusive console. Like I said, it's been tried a few times. NVIDIA's been touting their cloud technology for a number of years through NVIDIA View or whatever their streaming services, through their Tesla GPUs.
Now local area streaming, because I have a
Steam Link.
Yeah. And that works really good.
Yeah.
I do know some latency on some games where there needs to be some quick reaction type of things, but some slow reaction stuff, perfectly fine.
Yes.
But that's within my own home network. I don't think over the internet, it's not viable. It's too unpredictable. I think it could work in some places, but in in the area that consoles want to cover,
right?
I don't think so. I think this next iteration that Xbox is going to do is just going to be an upgrade to the hardware. I don't think they're going to get away from the architecture. I think it's going to be like the next leap from the Xbox.
And the direction Microsoft has been going is they're trying to tie Windows and Xbox together.
Mm-hmm.
And that's going to sound blasphemous to a number of people, but you think Microsoft is behind both platforms.
Well, they've already did it.
Right.
Mean, they're,
the Xbox One runs on Windows 10.
Yeah.
It's already there.
It's already there.
So, but they're trying to tie them closer together, so they only have to develop one game and you can play it on both systems.
Which makes perfect sense.
Which does make sense. And then Sony's sitting over there going, no, we want console exclusives. Okay, well then the people who buy Sony can have those exclusives. We'll have everything else.
Yeah.
That's the direction of the market right now.
Yeah. Yeah, I really don't understand. I mean, I understand that exclusives are going to sell consoles, which is going to sell you into a service, which is going to get you stuck into a service.
Right.
But if you are a real informed consumer, you won't buy into that trap. It's literally a trap.
Actually, the evolving marketplace is showing that people don't buy more than one console. That they're showing if you can tie them with something, they're only going to buy the one. They're not going to buy the PlayStation to play this one game and then play everything else on Xbox.
I don't.
Right.
I've played I borrow the consoles from people to try one or two games. Mm-hmm. I typically don't like them.
Yeah. Well, that's a long article you posted for that one.
No, there is. Well, that wasn't just the article wasn't that. It was more about the game. So I don't know. The next game we want to talk about.
Sorry, I just pulled up the next slide now. Okay. There's two sentences there. What the hell, Steve?
Hey, pull up the notes. Pull up the notes. This is different.
Okay.
So this is a game that has been long teased for a while.
Yeah.
This is Beyond Good and Evil 2. Did you ever play the first Beyond Good and Evil?
I did not.
I liked it. It was a really fun game.
I heard really good things about it.
I thought it was a really great game. Mm-hmm. I think it came out for the original Xbox, actually, but it also came out for Windows.
Yes.
And I really, really enjoyed it. There was a sequel planned, and it kept getting delayed. And this is the first time they actually showed anything about it. Mm-hmm. There were screenshots that were leaked. This is the first time they're showing anything about it. Actual confirmed in development. They had some pre-alpha footage. It's in pre-alpha right now.
Yep.
It's going to be a single-player and co-op game. But the thing I really wanted to show about this thing, I mean, yes, they do have the trailer right here. One of the things that they're doing with this is kind of interesting. So instead of releasing the game and having it open for mods, where the community could contribute to it, they're using I think it's Joseph Gordon-Levitt's company that he put called Hit Record.
Yeah,
which is a cloud-driven community contribution type of thing.
Right.
So basically, what you do is the company that's releasing this game, which is Beyond Good and Evil 2, they're saying these are the assets that we need. Mm-hmm. So people can publicly contribute what they think would work. Mm-hmm. People vote on it. The developers look at it. They say, okay, this is what we want. This looks good. If they use it in the game, the person who creates it gets money for it.
So they're crowdsourcing asset development.
They're crowdsourcing some asset development of it, not all of it. If you go actually click on the link and show what they have, it's very minimal.
Yeah.
They have some soundtracks. They have some artwork that they want to put on graffiti as part of the atmosphere of some of the areas you go into. Stuff like that.
Yeah.
Nothing too groundbreaking.
Yeah, like I said, I've never played the game. The only thing I've ever seen of the game is the poster that you see of the girl standing there.
Yeah.
And it looks like kind of a fantasy game mixed with what I would say like a Blade Runner style universe.
It's a very unique universe.
Yeah.
It was very different. They have like you see a lot of animal characters.
Animal characters. I'm seeing apes and pigs and things like that.
And humans and tech and low tech mixed with high tech. It's a weird different universe. I really enjoyed the first game. I really liked it.
So it's Final Fantasy with animals.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, I think that's pretty accurate.
Yeah,
but the game style is not Final Fantasy though. It
right.
was, at least the first game was more action oriented. It was more Twitch based. But
yeah. But seriously, Final Fantasy is castles with computers.
Right, yeah. No, it is. But I thought...
Steampunk meets... Yeah.
I thought that the hit record thing... In fact, you clicked on that, the hit record. But they do have... Yeah, if you scroll down, they have some things right here where they say here's visuals. So if you can contribute to these visual things, you can even click at people who contributed, people who talked about it. Mm-hmm. Crowdsourcing resources for a game, that's like the first time I've ever seen somebody request something like that.
That's interesting.
Yeah, they have music right there, other stuff. So if you want to do the soundtrack to it, it's
Space Pirate radio songs.
Yeah,
that's a station I can get behind.
Yeah,
interesting.
Yeah, so I thought that was pretty neat. I mean, I am neither a music developer nor a graphic artist, but if I had like a spare weekend or something, I'd crank something out, throw it out there. And they choose it, get a couple $100 or whatever, however much they pay. I don't know how much they pay you for it, to be honest. Right. But that's the thing. So you can put work into it, and if they don't choose you, you don't get paid for it.
Right. Love how these are turning red.
Yes, I do too. I can see the color seeping.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let this seep for a little bit more. Just see how long that seeps.
We'll do those at the end of the show.
All right. So next game is probably the thing I'm most excited about.
Yes.
Of all the games that got announced at E3 or shown at E3. Actually, this was announced a long time ago, but this is the first time they're actually showing
gameplay.
Showing gameplay, showing something of it, some substance to it. Right. And that's Cyberpunk 2077. Cyberpunk 2077. If anybody's a fan of Witcher 3 specifically, which was a great game.
We've updated our privacy policy. Go.
Oh, yeah, there we go. They know that CD Projekt Red, they do a good job.
Yep.
They do an excellent job. And this is a cyberpunk genre, obviously, which is built on the Cyberpunk 2020 RPG, original RPG. They are kind of staying traditionally to some of the rules, to some of the classes that go along with it. I wouldn't say classes, because you don't really have a class when you create a character. So basically, the character you have is called V. Mm-hmm. So you have a named character, but it's completely customizable. Mm-hmm. The only thing that's not customizable is the name. So it could be male or female, and then you don't really pick a class. You have certain areas of expansion that once you complete quests, you have EXP, and then you can start putting those points in those different classes, and then you basically build your own class. It's kind of like how Deus Ex was. Like a Deus Ex, I wanted to be more stealth. I want to be more deep. I think this is going to go more in depth than that.
This is going to have stats that you can apply to hand-to-hand or melee combat, gun combat, tech, weapons,
all kinds of stuff,
cybernetic powers, power weapons, etc. How do you want to play the game? How does your combat evolve? How does RPG elements inside of?
Right. So this is going to be a first-person RPG.
Right.
So this isn't going to be like Witcher where it's third-person. This is a first-person RPG.
Right.
So it's going to be kind of close to like Deus Ex was, but way more
deeper in the customization.
It's way more deeper.
Yeah.
Vehicles are going to be in there. Let's see. This takes place in a fictional city in California in the future. It's supposed to be in between like San Francisco and LA, somewhere in between. One of the things that
Carson
I thought
City?
No, it's called Night City.
Okay.
It's called Night City. Carson City.
Just trying to.
Yeah.
Just guessing.
But they
based on the the aesthetics of it.
But the thing that I found, I kind of like this. I thought this was interesting. Have you ever played like an RPG game, like something like Skyrim, or even The Witcher or something like that?
Yeah, I've played those.
Yeah. So you get into those. And you start going on the main quest, and then eventually you start doing side quests, and eventually you don't even play the main quest anymore because you're too involved with side quests.
What's the main quest in Skyrim?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't remember.
Okay.
Because that's what it always devolves into that. Same thing with like Fallout. I always devolve into
God, there was a story!
Yeah, I know. Well, so this thing actually, it's very intriguing how they did this. So they have two types of experience here. Mm-hmm. So they have the normal experience that you get from the main storyline, which will increase your character stats and will increase, your class, which was whatever you pick. But then there's also the side quests, which increases what they call street cred. So street cred will open up the world more.
Okay.
So you have to have a balance between doing the main story and doing side quests.
Nice.
And if you don't do those two together, the world doesn't open up enough. So you can't just power through. I mean, I guess you could power through the normal quest, but
you still have to do enough side quests.
Yeah, you have to do side quests to open up the rest of the map to do it, right? So that's how they're balancing the two.
Okay, interesting.
So you don't just dive over to the side quests to do the side quests, because eventually you can get the side quests that are too difficult. You have to go back and start doing the main quest to build your character up. And same thing with, like, you can't go too far with the main quest without doing side quests, because it's not going to open up the world enough.
Right.
So it kind of does this balance between the two, which I think is very interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, the trailer for this looked amazing.
Very good. Yes. Yeah. Yes. I mean, I'm hoping it's going to look like this because it looks very, very good.
Yeah.
It has this very 80s steampunk look to it. Yeah. Very reminiscent of, like, I want to say, oh, am I drawing blank now? There's only one 80s steampunk movie. Blade Runner. Fucking Blade Runner. Goddamn. Yeah. Except for the Rednecks. The Rednecks is not Blade Runner.
I would say Blade Runner, and then there's, what's Arnold's?
Oh, Total Recall.
Total Recall.
Yeah, that's kind of steampunk, too.
I would say this looks more like Total Recall than Blade Runner.
You think so?
I think so.
I think it's more Blade Runner than Total Recall, but I think it's a good mix of both.
I think it's a good mix.
Yeah.
But we're solidly in the same era.
Yeah. So this is like the 80s version. You look at some of the cars are obviously
here's Miami.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got to have Miami in the 80s.
Yeah. So yeah, this is honestly one of the more exciting games I'm looking forward to. Yeah. Just looking at the engine, I can see it's going to be like a it's going to really push what we got.
Yeah. Oh, excuse me. I told you it's been a long week.
Oh yeah.
Let me copy a couple more links here.
There we go. Keep going. We got a lot to go through.
Got a couple more.
Where are we at?
Luckily,
we still got 15 minutes.
Yeah, we still got 15 minutes. And luckily, a lot of liquor left.
Oh yeah.
So we can go as long as we want.
Oh, I can go all night. So it doesn't matter.
Yeah, unlike John, Steve doesn't have to be up at 4 a.m.
No. I'm a powerhouse.
That's right.
What was it? The Wolf of Wall Street.
That's right. All day. All day.
All day. Oh yeah, Blade Runner, Johnny Mnemonic, yep, Cyberpunk. Those are all. Yep, they're all.
Yep.
Johnny Mnemonic was more later, but yeah, it was still Cyberpunk.
Yeah, still Cyberpunk.
Cyberpunk with dolphins, but whatever.
Buckaroo Banzai.
Yeah, Buckaroo Banzai. Yes, nice. That was yes.
Nice callback.
Banzai. Yes.
Very well done.
Nice.
Yep. Let's see how many people are still watching because this is not.
Did it go down?
Oh no, you're still on there.
We're
good.
All right. So next, this isn't really something new, but this is something you can get for free right now.
Right now, you can go download this today. You can download this today.
You can get this today, and you will keep it forever.
That's right.
This is Quake Champions.
Yep.
So anybody who's a big fan of so before it was like $30, but for this week, right now, you can download Quake Champions for free.
Yep.
And you will keep it.
And you will own it forever.
Yes.
That's the thing about it.
And it's still in alpha. It's still, in pre-production.
Yep.
But if you're ever a fan of the Twitch shooter, the Quake Champions, stuff like that.
Yep.
The good thing about this, though, is before it was just online only.
Mm-hmm.
The latest update they just did last week, they put bots in there.
Yeah.
So you can go in and you can practice with bots. You can hone your skills if you want to, and then you can go online if you want to. Right. But I do remember Quake 3 in particular was one of my favorite LAN party games to play. When
Quake 3, and around that same time, I was into the Jedi Knight series of games with the Massassi Temple.
Another thing
mods.
we didn't put anywhere here, but did you see the new Jedi?
I didn't
game?
catch that.
Yes, there's. How
did I miss that?
I don't know how you missed that. I think I might have put it in the very last tab. We might have it in there.
I looked through the notes.
No, the very last one. We're talking about major release schedules. Explode that out.
Yeah, go away.
Okay. No, scroll up. Right there.
Oh.
Yeah, you didn't see that?
How did I miss that?
How did you miss that? There's not much announced. It was a mention in a conference. It's not actually at the show. There was just one guy in the audience who talked about it and said, yes, this is happening. And that was it.
Because I'm a big fan of what I think this timeline is going to be.
What do you think the timeline is? I will confirm or deny what you think it is.
Well, it's Jedi: The Fallen Order.
Right.
And I'm going to guess this is predating the prequels. This is when... No?
No.
Or is this a Kyle Katarn era?
This is between 3 and 4.
Okay.
So this is a Jedi Fallen Order is supposed to be a single player. I don't know if it's RPG or if it's going to be a shooter. I don't know what it is. I hope it's going to be more like, Jedi Academy and those type of games. I hope it is because I love those games.
The Jedi Outcast.
Yeah, Jedi Outcast. I love those games. If it's more like that, that would be awesome.
Like I said, bring me more Kyle Katarn.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
Yeah.
But this is supposed to be between 3 and 4 when the Empire was hunting the Jedi.
Execute Order 66,
yes.
And we're talking about a Jedi who escaped the initial ambush.
Right.
Okay.
Right, and so they're hunting
I'm
them
on
down.
board!
They're hunting them down, and you're supposed to survive this.
Here's my wallet.
Yeah.
Here's my wallet.
So it's supposed to come out next year sometime. So I suspect it's going to come out next year holiday season.
I almost took out a credit card, but then I realized I'm on camera and I probably shouldn't do that.
Yeah. But yeah, there was literally no mention of it, except I think there was one of the conferences. I think it was the Ubisoft conference. I'm not too sure which one it was, but they called them out in the audience. It's like, oh yeah, this is what we're working on.
Yeah.
And that was it.
Wow.
No slides, no screenshots, nothing. That was it. So they confirmed that they're working on a new Jedi game.
Interesting.
Yeah.
How did I miss that?
I don't know.
Wow. Because when everyone else was playing Quake 2, I was playing Dark Forces 2 Jedi Knight Online. Yeah. That was my game that I was playing. With the total conversion mods from Massassi.net.
Yeah.
With the AK-47s and the grenades and the where you weren't playing Jedis anymore, you were playing World War II style shooters.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah, that's what I was playing. Good old Kyle Katarn and the old Moldy Crow.
Yeah.
You bite your tongue, sir!
Yeah. No, those were fun games. And I would love to see a modern rendition of that. Because it's been several years since something that good has come out.
That was Pentium 3 days. That was 2001.
Yeah.
And Jedi Outcast was the benchmark of choice.
It was.
For that era of games. Whew, that takes me back.
Yeah, that was good.
Time to get on to good old games.
Yes, I know.
Download that. All right. Wolfenstein.
Yes, Wolfenstein has a new one out. This is Wolfenstein Youngblood. There's this trailer doesn't reveal too much here, but really what's going on is if you guys played through the last game, you knew that BJ Blazkowicz has kids.
Yes.
He's got twins now.
Yep.
He's got 2 twin girls.
Yep.
So this is about his 2 girls in the 80s. This is advanced into the 80s now.
Yeah.
They're 18 years old. So this is going to be a 80s retro...
Wait, I thought we killed Mecha Hitler.
No, dude, that didn't happen. Apparently, this is alternate universe.
No, I killed Mecha Hitler. I clearly remember.
You remember back in the 90s when you killed Mecha Hitler?
I killed Mecha Hitler in 1992. Don't tell me otherwise.
That was just BJ Blazkowicz's fevered dream.
Gosh.
From the Herp C that he got during World War II. But this is the real timeline now.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is the real timeline. So this is it's going to be a co-op game. It could be co-op or single player. And it's going to be 80s Paris.
Okay.
With an alternate World War II twist. F the Nazis won.
Right, as if the Nazis never let go of Paris and they now rule the world.
Yes, exactly. So it should be interesting. Not much has come out about it. That's just the premise and a couple of screenshots.
Hellboy killed Mecha Hitler in Argentina in 1958. Yeah, but I believe Brad Pitt killed Hitler in 1945 with a bomb inside of a theater. And then branded his accomplice with... if we're going by the Quentin Tarantino timeline. Right. Which is my personal favorite timeline.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, even so all the Quentin Tarantino movies do have a timeline.
Yeah, they do.
They interconnect.
That's right. And I am definitely a fan of the Quentin Tarantino universe.
Okay.
Maneater.
So, okay, this one...
I'm looking forward to this one.
This one was not touted as a big one, but this is from it's not from the developers.
Well, I'm looking forward to this one, and I'm really looking forward to the next one.
Right. So Tripwire, they made Killing Floor, right?
Yes.
The Killing Floor 1 and 2, but they're not developing this. This is the same developers of Depth. I don't know if you've played Depth.
Yes, I have played Depth.
Okay, so this is a shark RPG. Mm-hmm. You are a shark, and your goal is to eat and evolve,
destroy all humans.
Yeah. Right. So basically, what you do is you're as a shark. You swim up and you start killing people and eating people. You annoy the local municipality enough so they want to come out and kill you.
Yep.
That becomes the boss fight.
Yep.
So like you remember the end scene of Jaws where they get on the boat and there's all the hunters coming to hunt you.
Yep.
That's a boss fight.
Yeah.
But you're the shark.
Yeah.
And this is what this game is about.
Yep.
That sounds amazing to me.
It does.
That sounds awesome.
I love gaming premises when they just flip
the thing. Yeah.
It on you. All of a sudden I'm playing as Mecha Hitler.
Yeah.
No. Sorry. Bad premise. Don't do that.
Yeah. But I mean,
anything else.
They're gonna have like classes where like I can increase the sharpness of my teeth. And I can swim faster and my fins and all this kind of stuff like that.
My gills are this much more efficient.
Yeah, so exactly. They're gonna have a skill tree for the shark.
Yeah.
So these, that was one of the things I look for, and that one's actually gonna come out pretty soon.
Yeah. This.
Did you watch the trailer?
Yes.
This looks amazing.
Yeah.
I really, really want to play this.
If Deadpool made a proper video game, and I say a proper video game, no offense to Deadpool the video game, you weren't a proper Deadpool game.
It's got a silly name.
Yep.
But I love this trailer. This looks really good. Not this part of it.
Yeah.
This is just the stupid ad.
Yeah.
This game is called My Friend Pedro.
My Friend Pedro. Bombs, bananas, and some...
Yeah, I don't know what it is, but you just gotta watch this. This is like...
Yeah.
This is really, really good. Just look at the gunplay on here.
Yeah. What else can you say?
Can you do this? Can you do the sound on this? I don't know if you'll get copyrighted because it's a pretty generic sound.
I don't want to click it. That's the problem.
Oh, but yeah, just look at this. Like it says 2D scroller.
Seriously.
But it's very acrobatic with the gunplay.
It's kind of Hotline Miami mixed with Deadpool.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. That's what I thought when I saw this thing.
Yeah.
It's like slow-mo gunplay with Hotline Miami. The thing that really sold me is the part where he flipped up the pan. And he started shooting the pan. It was all slow motion. This just looked amazing.
Yeah. But like I said, this is totally Deadpool. This is totally Hotline Miami.
Yeah. And this is with a little bit of Super Hot in there.
Yeah.
Too. With a little bit of Super Hot in there too.
Yes.
Because there's slow-mo going on. He kicks that, shoots it.
Definitely Super Hot with the slow-mo and the kick the box in the frying pan at certain enemies. Yeah.
Yeah, this just looks fun as hell to play.
Yeah. Kicking the head at the enemy. Kicking the head of the enemy you just decapitated at the head of a new enemy.
Yeah, so he's bouncing bullets off of that. He's going down, shooting that. There it is.
Right here.
Boing, 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 boing. How could you not want to play that?
Right.
I want to play that now.
I want to play that today. Yeah. The trailer's amazing.
Yeah.
I hope the gameplay holds up.
I do too.
My Friend Pedro, blood bullets, and bananas.
Yeah.
That's what it is. God, I want to play that. I want to play that now.
That looked... yeah, that was very good. That was one thing. I mean, I know it's probably going to be like a really short game.
Yep.
It's probably going to be like a $20 game you can buy on Steam or whatever.
Yeah.
But it looked...
But I don't care, and I will play that.
That looked like so much fun.
It looks so replayable because of how many different ways you can kill people.
Yeah.
Think back to the original Thief and how many different ways there were to break into castles and steal the things. And do you kill all the guards? Or do you kill none of the guards? Do you kill this one guard who's a real jackass that's walking the courtyard?
It looks so satisfying.
Right.
The things you can do with that.
I got the arrow lined up. Man, I could totally do it. I'm going to do it this time. Yeah. Totally. I played the heck out of that. And this, to me, is the evolution of that style of gameplay.
Yeah. The PC Gaming Show was a lot of... Actually, this was announced on the Devolver.
Yeah.
The Devolver... If you guys wanted the best of all the conferences...
If you watch one per year.
If you watch one conference that they have at E3, watch the Devolver one. That's the best conference to watch. Heat signature. What do you think? Still got that coffee note to it?
Still got the coffee note. But a lot more coffee now that it's warmed up.
But still has that bitter, hoppy IPA.
It is so weird because the flavors go ba 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 ba. Yeah. It's not like this slow transition. I'm tasting the hops at the same time I'm tasting the coffee, and they're turning bitter at the exact same time.
Yeah.
And it's just wonderful.
Yeah.
It really is.
I know. I never thought that coffee and IPA would go together.
But God, yeah.
But they do.
Oh, man.
This one especially. This one's a very, very good.
Very good.
Yeah.
And for those who don't know, Rogue has a Cold Brew 2.0.
I tried that one too. I like this one better.
You like this one better?
I like this one better.
Yeah, this is
the Cold Brew 2.0 is a little sweeter.
Yeah.
But I think this one has more coffee flavor that blends well with the hops.
Okay.
The other one, not so much.
Yeah. But no, this is good.
Yeah.
It's really good. For those who like coffee and those who like IPAs, this is right up your ballpark. You will love every instance of this beer.
Funny story. So I told you about Cigar City, right? I know. I'm taking my time. I'm talking more than you.
It's an E3-centric episode. I'll give this one to you.
All right.
Normally, I drink slower than the co-host, so I'm really appreciating the chance to get to drink.
I have a lot more to say in this one because I usually get really excited.
He posted half the articles.
I did. I get really excited about it. I like E3 time. It's my Christmas.
Yeah, exactly. CES and Computex. Those are my times.
I mean, I like those times too.
Yeah.
I would love to go to CES.
Next year.
Yes, we should do next year.
Let's do it.
Like I would love to go to CES. Proper. Yeah.
Yeah, I need to take everyone to CES.
Yes, we do need to go.
Yeah.
You know, though, okay, I did see that you got considered to be a gaming channel.
I did.
So technically, if you're considered a gaming channel, we can also go down to E3
That's
if
right.
we wanted to.
That's right.
We can say, hey, look, we're press.
Yeah, on YouTube, I'm being promoted as a gaming channel. I have never done one gaming-centric video in my history.
Well, I mean, you did the emulator one.
I've done the emulation, but that's kind of frowned on by the gaming industry.
It is. But you've never done a single game review. You never talked about... I mean, we do on the live stream. We talk about games on the live stream.
But I've never done a live stream of a game.
No, never.
So,
never.
Like, I've talked about games, and my channel is certainly game-centric in the fact that you buy the hardware to play the game, but I focus on the hardware.
Off topic, do you have some computer glasses you recommend? I've never really tried computer glasses.
I've never really tried any myself.
I've never had a problem, to be honest.
I have a unique set of glasses, and you can see the color is kind of weird on those. I mentioned this on the show last week, at least on Friday I did. Yeah. I'm red-green colorblind. These are Enchroma glasses from Enchroma.com, ENCHROMA.com. These are red-green color correction glasses in which I can see proper color through these. They look terrible on me.
I don't know. They look kind of cool.
They look okay. They look like gamer glasses, but they're really big. They're bigger than I like. I don't like large frames.
I think they're okay.
I like much sleeker frames. Like
they do look like you're gonna play some basketball.
Right.
I mean, they don't look bad.
Right. They do look like I'm strapping on some goggles for playing center for the local team. But these are what I wear when I'm on this computer. It's what I wear when I'm gaming and what I wear when I'm editing, specifically when I'm editing.
Yeah.
So gamer centric, not really, but this is what I wear. So and these are also vision correction as well. So you're not going to see color correctly through them, and you're not going to see anything correctly through them if you put these on.
Let me see this.
Go for them.
Yeah, they don't look too much different, really.
Yeah.
There's a bit of a blur here, but it's okay.
What Enchroma has done, if you're not familiar with color blindness or Enchroma, I have what's called deuteropenia, I believe, and I'm red-green colorblind. And what that means is humans see three colors. We see red, green, and blue. Those are our primary colors. Red and green are kind of down here on the spectrum, and blue is all the way up here on the spectrum, or more appropriately, like.
Yeah.
No, I had it red.
Depends on how the cones are firing.
So two on. There we go. Sorry, I'm looking at a mirror vision of myself, and it's weird. Two on this side, so this is red right here. This is green, and then blue is all the way up here in your spectrum. Yeah. These combine to give you the colors that you need to see. The problem is my brain doesn't differentiate between these two colors very well. Right. If I'm on the extreme side of one, I can see red, and I can see green. I can't see the transition between the two.
Well, you know what? You should. I mean, I know they have these things just coming out now. The HDR. Have you looked at HDR?
I have looked at HDR.
Has it been a difference?
Nope.
No, it's not. It's not extreme enough.
Because it's the transition between the colors and the blending of those two colors. So all of the browns and all of the deep reds and all of the wine colors, they just kind of blend together, and they don't look gray, but they look either red or brown. Green is the real problem in my spectrum.
Okay.
Is I don't see green very well. Where if you're holding something up that's green, I can go, oh, that's green. And if you put that green against a red background, I say, where did the piece of paper go?
Yeah.
It's weird. It is totally weird. And it's hard to explain, but it's basically those color spectrums blend together in ways that you wouldn't expect. I have a problem seeing the difference between blue and purple sometimes, because the purple adds red into the spectrum, and my brain doesn't interpret red very well.
What does Kermit the Frog mean to you?
He looks green.
Okay,
and to me, he looks green, but he looks my color green.
Oh, yeah.
My shirt looks green.
Yeah, okay.
And I can see it's kind of more yellow on top and more green at the bottom.
Okay.
I see a full spectrum, but it's my full spectrum.
Right. It's not the same full spectrum that we see.
Right.
It's like, okay.
I will say I have a problem of gray against certain colors because my brain doesn't interpret them properly. Okay. So neon green... I don't see neon green very well.
Oh, you just see green?
I just see either green or gray. If it's against gray, it's gray.
I think I might have a slight problem with that because there's a couple times where I had a shirt that
I should color test you. Okay, I have a full color test.
You might want to because I've done the little dot color test before and I did pretty good.
Yeah.
But there was this one shirt I got.
Yeah.
I swore to God, my wife, I said it's gray.
Yeah.
She says, no, it's green. I'm like, no, it's gray.
Yeah.
I think I might have maybe one... cone off or something like that.
Totally. No, mine is an extreme deuteranopia or whatever. I forget I have extreme red-green color blindness, which means I'm on the far end of that spectrum.
Well, they do. They have a lot of those games now where you can have put the little color.
And I totally do. Yeah. I do in Doom. That's one of the ones I test in all the time, and they have a deuteranopia color spectrum, which is fantastic.
With Battlefield, they do that too.
Battlefield
we didn't talk about Battlefield 5 at all.
Didn't talk about Battlefield 5.
Well, I mean, I know it's kind of a controversial subject in some cases with the whole...
I don't think it's controversial.
Well, okay, I think it is in a certain sense.
I think people are making a big deal about it.
I think that, well, here's the thing that I found most troubling about it is they had people with prosthetics on the front line.
Yeah.
I get they want to do customizable characters.
I did have a problem with that. I didn't have a problem with the woman on the front line.
I don't either.
I had a problem with where the hell did she get a bionic arm in 1943?
Yeah, that was the thing. It's like, I know that there was instances because like the Russians had women snipers and stuff like that. Yep. So, okay, I get it. That's fine. This prosthetic one was the most bothering thing to me. The Scottish guy with the samurai sword, that was a little weird.
Yep.
The whole painted face, that was... I mean, I get that the trailer was trying to depict that they're going to have customized characters. I think how they pushed their first narrative for the game was horrible.
Yeah, and we talked about this on the show. That it's like... Yeah, it's Battlefield, but come on. You're pandering to the 1%.
I watched some of the demos that they had for Battlefield 5 for the E3. Not the trailer, actual gameplay demos. I'm a little more sold now.
Okay.
It looks more World War II at that point, because one of the new mechanics that they put in there is that you can build fortifications in the game now. So part of one of the classes, I think all classes can do this, but the engineer or resupply class, whatever you want to call it, couldn't build the most. But you can build gun turrets and sandbags and fortifications and stuff like that. It's where in the past they always had the where you can blow buildings apart and stuff like that.
Right.
But they also have this now where you can build fortifications and stuff like that, which I thought was interesting and a new dynamic. And when I actually watched the gameplay of Battlefield 5, okay, it's like, this does look more like World War II to me now.
Right.
So maybe, they usually do a beta. I'm going to try the beta, and I'll decide then, but that first trailer was just a huge miss for me. It was horrible. Because like Battlefield 1, when they first put that trailer out for that was a great trailer.
Yeah.
That made me excited for the game.
Yes.
When they put it out for this one,
there's a lot of things off about this.
There's something about this I don't like. Yeah, it was really bad.
Yep.
Now that I actually saw the gameplay, I'm a little more excited, but I'm still going to reserve judgment for it.
Yep. Sorry, just catching up on the chat.
Mm-hmm.
Gamers drink too? Absolutely, we drink too. I started as a gamer. Not online, but personally.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, some of the games that are coming out this year.
Right. So yeah,
Madden is coming out for PC.
Yes, Madden is coming out.
That was
finally. That's coming out, and it's coming out soon. It's coming out in August. Which is one of the next ones.
Yeah.
So people who are missing football game on the PC.
Me?
Yes, I really liked. Well, I haven't. To be honest, I haven't played a football game since Tecmo Bowl.
Really?
I have not.
See, I was a big fan of the console era games, starting with about 2001 on the GameCube, NCAA Live for GameCube, and then going on from there. I've actually been a fan of football games from the beginning, from the original Maddens and the NFL Lives and the Joe Madden Sports Talk Football for the Sega Genesis.
I
I had them all. I had NFL
Tecmo
Quarterback
Bowl.
Club.
That was like pinnacle for me. Tecmo Bowl was pinnacle.
Tecmo Bowl was good, but
I don't even know more. Tecmo Bowl was it.
But no, I had a lot of different football games. I had the 2K games. I had NFL Blitz. I had NFL Quarterback Club.
Yeah.
I had all of them. Excuse me.
Yeah.
Goodness.
Yeah, but Madden coming back to the PC, that's big news.
It hasn't happened for a decade.
Yeah.
And that's been the one thing that consoles have been able to hold their
sports
thing above.
games.
We have all of the football.
They had NBA Live on PC for a while.
Yep.
I don't think they've had a hockey game for a long time either.
I don't think we've had hockey for a long time.
Since the early 2000s, they haven't had a hockey game.
We haven't had FIFA.
No, we've had FIFA. We've had FIFA.
Have we had FIFA?
Yeah, we had FIFA.
Okay.
FIFA's been there. We've had soccer. Well, that makes sense because PCs are more prevalent overseas than they are here.
That's true.
So releasing, which was soccer is more prevalent over there, so releasing FIFA on PC makes more sense. And we did NBA, but football was a real. It was. I don't know why they.
I know some people who bought Xbox One simply to continue playing Madden.
Yeah.
Like that's the only game they play. I know you're watching. I'm talking to you. So Madden coming
not
back
too many
to the
people
PC
outside the US care about
is
NFL.
big news.
Yeah.
Spider-Man. Did you see the Spider-Man trailer?
I did, but I can't get excited. I don't own a PS4. And
okay.
It looked like the combat on it looked a lot like the Batman combat.
Yes.
From like the
Arkham
days.
Yeah.
So in that sense, I mean, I like the Arkham. So in that sense, that seems pretty cool. But I'm not going to buy a PS4 just to play that game.
Totally. Shadow of the Tomb Raider, probably a new benchmark title.
Yep. I mean, I like the first new Tomb Raider. I haven't beaten the second one. This one will probably be the same. This is going to be something I'm going to have to eventually get through.
Yep.
We got Forza 4, if you're into racing, I guess.
Yep.
That's coming out in October.
For Xbox and PC. Excuse me, not 360.
Yep.
God, I was going backwards there for a second. Yep. Super Mario Party for the Switch.
Yep.
Should be good, pretty good. Assassin's Creed Odyssey.
That's going to be an interesting one, too. I know that they said... So, like, what was it? Not last year, but the year before, Assassin's Creed said, we're getting stagnant. We're not going to do yearly releases anymore.
Yeah.
And they took 2 years. Yeah.
Good.
But then they took 2 years, and they came out with Origin.
Mm-hmm.
And then right after Origin, they come out with Odyssey. So, like, so like they did back-to-back yearly releases. But so I expect next year they're not going to do one.
Yep. So, rapid fire real quick. Call of Duty, meh. Starlink, looked pretty good.
Starlink is console only.
Yep.
It's like the Ambio with... You buy a little ship from the toy store and you plug it into your controller. And
Gameplay looked decent enough.
Yeah,
I will say.
I get it. It's obviously a money sink for kids who want to buy it.
Yes.
And for nerds who collect those things.
Yep.
But
so you're talking to someone who owns the chess set. Come on. Battlefield 5.
Yep, we just talked about that.
Should be decent enough. Red Dead Redemption 2.
Which, okay, that's a big one.
See, I'm waiting for the next November release when they put it out for PC.
Yes. Okay, here's the thing. That's the big speculation.
Will Red Dead come out for PC?
Because none of the Red Deads came out for them before.
Nope.
But Rockstar has put a lot of stuff for PC.
Yep.
So, will it or won't it? It's kind of a 50-50.
It was originally in development for PC, and in fact, they actually had a PC release date at some point, and then they canceled it because the engine was so crappy. They couldn't do anything with it.
So this is why I think it is going to come out for PC.
I think it will, because I think they saw how successful GTA 5 Online was.
GTA 5, I mean, the reason why it is still making money today is because of the PC release.
That's exactly right.
I think that they're going to go that same direction with Red Dead.
I think
it is going to release for the PC as well.
Yep. So I can't wait for that. That was the first Rockstar game that I ever 100%ed. I had a 360 for Red Dead Redemption. Loved that game. Played it all the way through.
I've actually
100%
never
of that
played
game.
any Red Dead. I'm waiting for an emulator to
I am waiting for a 360 emulator. I will say that.
Yeah.
Or PS3, whatever comes out first.
The PS3 one is looking pretty good.
Yeah. Although they actually had the game partially playable, Red Dead Redemption, in the Xenia Xbox 360 emulator. They didn't have all the graphics loaded, but they did get into actual gameplay.
Are you talking Red Dead Revolver or Red Dead Redemption?
Red Dead Redemption.
Okay.
The Xbox 360 emulator. Xenia, I believe, is the
I
name
think
of it.
Red Dead Revolver works okay.
It works okay in emulation.
Yeah.
But no, Red Dead Redemption, they got past the initial trailer, and they got to a point where they have silhouetted outlines of the characters.
No, actually, I think the if you follow the I think it's RSPC3 or something, which is
that's the PS3
emulator.
Yeah.
I think they've gotten beyond that.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
I think they got a lot of good stuff for Red Dead.
I never owned a PlayStation past the original. Well, I had a PS2 for a short time, but PlayStation 1 I was really deep into.
I borrowed a PS3 from a friend for about 6 months where I played a lot of the exclusives at that time.
Yeah.
Red Dead Redemption I didn't get to.
Yep. I own and still own a 360. And the only reason I still own it is because I own Red Dead Redemption. I still like to go back and play it about once a year. Because it's just a great game.
Yeah.
So I followed the 360 emulation a lot more than I do the PS3 emulation.
I think the PS3 one is getting more headway than the 360 one.
And I can totally see that.
Yeah.
So, but they're getting to a point where it might be possible
you put
very
your
soon.
color correction glasses on instead of your other glasses.
That's right.
That you started with.
That's right.
It makes you look more cool.
Thank you. Finishing up the show.
All right, there we go. Yeah.
Fallout 76 in November.
Coming out in November. Pokemon. Yep, there's a Pokemon for the Switch coming out. It's going to be November 16th.
Pokemon Pikachu and Pokemon Who Cares?
Yeah. So we got, after that, December, for the Christmas people, we got
Just Cause
4, which I know Jeff is going to get day one. All right. Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, which, I like Super Smash Bros. It's okay. I don't own a Switch, so I'm not super excited about it.
Yep.
But apparently this one's going to have all the characters that ever were in every Smash Brothers game is going to be in this
Plus,
one.
like, every Nintendo game that's ever mattered.
Yeah, that's like every map, every character, it's all going to be in. That's why they call it Ultimate. It's all going to be in there.
Yep.
I think there's some new game mechanics in there, too.
Yeah.
Where you can, like, dodge midair and all kinds of stuff like that.
Yep.
But, I was never super into it.
Yep.
So 2019, we got Kingdom Hearts 3 coming out.
Resident Evil, which Kingdom Hearts 3, probably 5 years too late.
Yeah. I think people are excited about it for nostalgia reasons, but
I think people my age are excited for it. I don't think there's a single 18 or under year old who's excited for Kingdom Hearts 3.
Yeah, probably not. Yeah.
So,
Yeah, it's too late.
Resident Evil 2, which is like Resident Evil 9.
No, Resident Evil 2 is it's a
really?
It's a remaster. It's a remaster of 2. So it's the exact same thing except it's a remaster.
I don't know how I missed that one too.
Yeah. Crackdown 3, which we just talked about.
Yep.
There's a new Trials coming out.
Trials should be pretty good.
Anthem, which is like EA's version of Destiny.
Yeah.
Which, who knows? I don't know.
It's EA.
Yeah.
I'm going to throw it up in the air and whatever lands.
Who knows?
We'll see what happens.
Who knows?
Metro Exodus.
I like Metro games.
I do.
They're very good. They're the most intense. They're as far as recent first-person shooters go, it's very intense because ammo preservation is key. So you have to make those kill shots just right, because not only is ammo something you kill people with.
Oh, look at the syrup on the bottom.
I know. Look at that.
Oh yeah.
I know. This is gonna be good.
It's gonna be good.
This is gonna be a good finishing thing. I know. This is like.
I need to do this every week.
Yeah.
You can see the silhouette that's left behind by the cherry. Oh yeah.
That's good.
Sorry, I got distracted.
Right, there we go. So we got
Division 2, Wolfenstein Youngblood,
Ori, which is a sequel to Ori and the Blind Forest. It's Ori and the Will of the Wisps.
Yep.
Right. So Skull and Bones is another good one.
That did look good.
That's not. It's slated to be announced 2017, but it's basically the best of Black Flag for Assassin's Creed Black Flag.
Yes.
It's the ship battle.
The boat mechanics.
Ship to ship battle, but there's more RPG elements and stuff like that. Multiplayer, obviously, stuff going on. So it's like taking that ship to ship combat times 10.
Yeah.
Up the way.
Gears Tactics, skip it.
Yeah.
Sekiro.
This is From Software's new offering.
Yeah.
If you guys are fans of Dark Souls, or those type of things, this is the FromSoft's new thing. It's supposed to be like feudal Japan, samurai type stuff. It looks pretty good. You get grappling hooks and shit like that. I don't know.
Yep.
I never played any of the Dark Souls ones.
No.
I tried.
I haven't either.
I know. Eventually, I'm gonna try it. Eventually, I'm gonna force myself to like it. Eventually.
Yeah. I'll probably end up buying one of the Dark Souls games for PC.
Well, I actually have Dark
Steam
Souls.
sale in another week.
I have Dark Souls 1 and 2.
Yep.
I tried Dark Souls 1. I failed miserably.
Yep. As everyone did.
Yeah, well, because I think it was the control option was just horrible.
Yeah.
So I haven't delved into 2, which would probably be better, but and then
I think I own Dark Souls 2 somewhere, some way.
Yeah.
it
was on the Humble Bundle.
That's probably where I got it.
Was at one point it was there.
Dying Light 2 looks interesting.
It looks interesting.
Jump Force, I didn't see anything for.
I didn't see anything for that either. I don't know.
Jedi Fallen Order, I didn't see anything, but I'm totally on board.
Yeah, no, I saw a little. Like I said, it was just a smattering of a mention. It was a smattering of a mention for them to put an and literally it was whenever you go search for that thing, they'll say, "Hey, here was this announcement on E3," and it's just literally some guy in the audience talking about it. That is it. That's enough of a hype that they would put that on there. It's like, this is coming out. And I am, if it's going to be like the Jedi Academy or anything like that with a modern engine, I am 100% behind.
100% on board.
Because I love those games.
I don't even care if it's KOTOR. I want Jedi Academy.
Yeah. That would be amazing.
Yeah.
I would like a what was the was it Force Awakens? No, it wasn't. What was the ones they had before that? Where it was supposed to be Darth Vader's apprentice.
Oh, Force Unleashed.
Force Unleashed.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was horrible.
I liked the first one. The second one was crap.
They were nowhere as good as the other ones.
And they were supposed to be using the Euphoria physics, and they did it a couple of times, but it wasn't good.
It was not as good.
And it was supposed to be this: you are like the most powerful being ever, like Darth Vader is scared of you kind of crap. And all it was a bunch of Just Cause hijack the helicopter button mashing.
Right, yeah. It was a bunch of QTE type stuff.
Let me
I didn't like
feel
it.
that I am that character. Right. Don't make me like, press X now. Press Y now.
I got Jedi Academy. All those things made me feel like a Jedi.
Yes.
Those QTE type things did not make me feel like
right. Force Unleashed, all it made me feel like was I'm playing Just Cause or I'm hitting a certain sequence of buttons to see a pre-programmed animation. It didn't make me feel like I was there by any means. Can you let the dog out?
Out the front?
Out the back.
All right, out the back. I'll do it.
I'm going to take Steve's shot.
Don't take it yet. We're not done yet.
It's calling me.
I know. It's looking delicious. Did you take a sip out of mine?
I didn't. I wanted to. I smelled it really deep.
Okay. This is looking really good. You know what you should do? Is you should take some of those cherries and just let them soak for a week. Just let them soak for a week. And then the next, which is John. I think John's coming in next. Mm-hmm. Let them soak for a week and let you and John have them then. See how it tastes then.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Where are we talking?
Oh, right. Hey, we
Devil May Cry.
Devil May Cry 5. We got another with 5 one coming out.
Got another Devil May Cry coming out.
Gears 5 we talked about a little bit. Wood Eternal.
Wood Eternal.
Yeah, which
Eternal
Wood, which is interesting because they had literally nothing to show on it.
Yep.
Apparently, it's coming out next year.
Yeah.
So who knows? I don't know the rest of this. Fire Emblem, Demon X, whatever. Cyberpunk is a big one. I'm looking forward to. Good and Evil 2.
Good and Evil 2.
Yeah, Good and Evil 2. I'm looking forward to that one.
Elder Scrolls 6.
Yes, we didn't really talk about that too much. That was everybody knew it was coming.
Yeah.
But this is the first time they actually
they said, hey, we're making Elder Scrolls 6.
They actually first confirmed.
No kidding, Bethesda.
Yeah. We're going to...
You're not Steam. We know you're not making Half-Life 3.
Yeah, I know.
But we know you're making Elder Scrolls 6.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So, but the big question is, where is it going to be?
Yep. Hammerfell?
The two main options is High Rock or Hammerfell. People are leaning toward High Rock because...
I'm leaning towards Hammerfell.
Well, I think there's actually people who are saying both.
Yeah. And it could be.
Which it could be.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind both. Yeah. I mean, because I know that
I wouldn't mind the whole region.
Well, that was Daggerfall. Have you ever played Daggerfall? Oh,
I played
Daggerfall. Was the whole region.
Yeah.
But because I know High Rock is not a very big region. Well, if you look at the map on Daggerfall, which is supposed to be the end all be all map for all things Elder Scrolls, High Rock's not that big. But the thing is that the screenshot that they showed shows mountainous areas, which is what High Rock's supposed to be.
Yes.
People are saying, well, maybe Hammerfell because it's a bigger area, but that's more deserty.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking I'm leaning more towards this. Probably going to be both. I think they're going to have more biomes going on there. So you can go from like high mountain to a low desert type of a thing. Whereas like Skyrim was fun, but it was all cold mountain snow with a little low plain tundra type thing going on. But for the most part, it was like
it was the Appalachians.
Right. Yeah. But yeah.
Well, you're running really far behind me.
I am. Okay.
I finished mine like 10 minutes ago.
That's what happens when I start talking more.
Wow.
Yeah. So we got Halo Infinite. We talked about that. That's to be announced too. Starfield, which is a new IP from Bethesda. Not too much is known about it. Control, I don't know what that is either.
Yep. Last of Us, if you're into
Last of Us. You know, did you play Last of Us?
I never did. Like I said, I've never owned a PS4.
I did. That was like, somebody said Cyberpunk 2077. Yep. That's my pinnacle.
It's high on my list.
High on my list.
Very high on my list.
But Last of Us, I played it on the PS3. I hated the game mechanics on it.
Really?
I hated the game mechanics on it. I thought it was just lazy shooting. I thought it was lazy puzzling. I liked the story.
Yeah.
The characters were intriguing. The story was intriguing. The gameplay was... I didn't like it.
Was subpar.
I think so. And so I got about halfway through it, and I ended up stopping and then just watching the rest of the gameplay on YouTube.
Okay.
And I think I felt better just watching it on YouTube.
I can see that.
Yeah.
Like I said, I never played it, but all I've ever heard about it is the story, not necessarily... It's an amazing game.
That was the thing. It's the gameplay I don't think was great. The stealth elements I didn't think were very good. The gunplay I don't think was very good.
Yeah.
But the actual what they pushed out of the PS3 looked really good.
Yeah.
I thought that was amazing. I thought the storyline was amazing, and then the character animation, the character development was very good. These are good things for a movie studio. The rest of the things, like I didn't really have too much fun playing it.
Right.
But
I can totally see that. Totally good.
Oh, another game. This is totally off thing. This was another indie one I was watching today. That looked pretty fun. It was called Donut County. And if you were a fan of the what was the one where you rolled the big ball that in the PS2 era where you rolled the big ball and collect everything. This is coming out pretty soon too. It's you're basically you play a hole.
Interesting.
You're a hole and you have to suck things up.
And so you like move around the ground?
Yeah, you move around the ground.
Okay.
And as you can collect small things, and you grow bigger and bigger as a whole, and then you get big enough to suck a special thing.
Yeah.
And that special thing will give your whole special abilities. Type of a thing.
I like holes with special abilities.
Yeah, I like holes with special abilities too. This is a game about holes.
I'm on board.
Yeah. It looked fun. It looked like a really fun, like, just simple
I haven't
indie
seen
game.
this one.
No, this looked really fun. It had some humor to it. You played holes and you suck things down, and as you suck things down, you get bigger. You're raccoons. You play asshole raccoons. You're raccoons who are assholes, and you're invading this county, and you're sucking things in through holes. Yeah, see, there's the raccoons.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's Katamari.
Yeah, it is Katamari, but instead of like building everything together, you're sucking everything in.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it is.
Okay.
It's more story-driven than Katamari is. I watched the trailer, and it's like there's actually a story that goes along with it, and there's actually more puzzles that you have to do with it. Yeah, the nothing from Neverending Story.
Yes. Betrayal!
Maybe the small version of the nothing from Neverending Story.
Yeah.
But yeah, this